right? Let me ask you a question, bro. Would you be okay of your daughter wearing poom poom shorts and a crop top shirt at the age of 5 or 6 years old?
I wish my daughter would. I would break the dust off her
And why won't you do this?
because that's wrong.
Don't
It's
don't you know the people on the panel said there's nothing wrong with that? Do you understand
what
this,
the
bro?
fuck? That's crazy.
I couldn't believe my ears. I couldn't believe it.
They don't grow up in the time that I was in.
And watch this, bro. For the guys who didn't side with me and say that's fucking wrong and was agreeing with it, these are the fucking creeps, ladies. I don't see this. These are the creeps that say, yeah, yeah, nothing wrong with that little girl. Nah, she's good. He's the creep.
That's crazy, man. I'm gonna tell you like this. I wish a motherfucker would look at my daughter in crooked eyes, cause I would chin check him in a heartbeat.
Now, bro, now tell me if I'm wrong. They asked me, is the beauty standard rooted in basically child peas? I said no. He said, how? Look at the host. I should like a grown woman than me. I'm confused. I'm like, what? Oh, there's nothing wrong with her. She's like a grown woman to me.
Right.
How? What? What? I'm like, she's like a grown. I'm confused. What are you talking about? How? Oh, she look young. Like no, 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 no. First of all, y'all confused the two. Y'all know the difference between a child. Or like, for example, I give him an example of a child wearing adult type of clothes. Now y'all so used to that, y'all think it's children clothes.
Yeah.
That's the problem. How? I said makeup wasn't made for children. It was made for women to enhance their beauty, and certain type of makeup colors will basically apply that you want some red rosy cheeks, things like that, right?
Hmm.
Things that people used to do back in the days, prostitutes, like be honest. Certain type of
Exactly.
things, yeah.
It goes all along with the same rhetoric that's going on today. When you portray yourself and you put yourself out there, you wear these little ass clothes. You're putting yourself out there and saying something. You know what I mean? I'm available.
Yes. So I was telling them that when you do something like this, whatever, that it's wicked. You gotta be careful because dudes out here is wild. However, women are so used to listening to Jordan like them, think it's okay. So
Hmm.
no, that what? If a girl could wear this, it's the man for viewing them that way. I'm like, you're not hearing what you're saying?
Right.
Putting a child in grown like attire that is creepy.
It's creepy as fuck.
And I'm like, yo, the fact that the matter is you can't stop creeps out here from being creeps. However, you should protect your child and don't make your child bigger target.
And you know what the biggest problem is? Is that women don't understand that men are predators. We are predators. Period. We are predators. We're always going to be predators. Um, and when you put yourself out there like that, you're inviting something that you probably don't want. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
and these dickheads, the men, no, I don't see nothing wrong with that because the man should have no better. I'm like, bro, you're missing the point. We all agree that creeps should know better, but you cannot stop. Yes, you could. I said it's impossible to stop every creep in the world. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. You can't do
Right.
this. So your best bet is to don't put your child
Don't put yourself out
in a
there like
bigger
that.
target.
Yes.
I don't get that. So I gave them the shark analogy, and these idiots are saying no, 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 because they don't like me. I'm not a fool, yo. Right? So I said, listen, shark eat men, right? Yeah. But if I was to jump in the water with a bunch of blood already on me, I'm going to attract more sharks. They said that don't make sense. So, dude, a shark and a creep is gonna always exist, right?
Always. Always.
So
For
these
sure.
people are gonna always prey on people. But when you put them a bigger target on their back, the you're bringing the attention to more of creeps and sharks. This is why I realized that y'all are super bad at protecting children. This is the reason why a lot of homes with women leading it, their child get fucking touched because they don't understand that
Correct.
the guy they fucking with is a creep. You don't understand
Yes.
this. Because if he don't check listen, tell him to put some clothes on. If he's quiet, he's the fucking creep. I can't stand y'all bitches, man. I can't stand these. I can't stand them, son.
No, I hear you. But I want to hear what Viking has to say.
Go ahead, Viking.
So anybody with common sense gets exactly what you were saying when you're referring sharks to these guys, because sharks are predators in the water.
And men are predators. Period.
Yes. So that's A. B, I would never allow my daughter to wear poom poom shorts, but there are other that still allow their daughters to wear poom poom shorts. Then, and this may sound messed up because then you got some bio fathers that do stuff too. So, it's just all the way around. You got to protect these children. And these women that allow that, I don't think they have the common sense to know the difference.
Go ahead, CC. Go ahead.
Dance-matic, why you always in drama?
What?
Why you always in drama?
This woman's too young, man.
I'm 25.
You're young. Period.
I'm 25.
You're young.
I'm asking him a question.
That's young.
Sir, I'm not. Sir, I'm a young lady, but I'm not young. You making it seem like I'm underage.
How I'm in drama? Tell me how. Why you sound?
Dance-matic, why you always in drama, fam?
Do you hear this shit? Come on, man.
You always beefing with somebody. Then you said Sonya Massey. You said that she was you was talking down on Sonya
Who the
Massey.
fuck is talking
You
about
said the
Sonya
man was
Massey?
innocent.
No, I was not, idiot.
Oh.
Now you calling me an idiot?
Yeah, because cause right now you're leaving the topic and going to Sonya Massey and you're lying on me.
Just apologize. You listen.
Dude, I told you
have
she
to take
was
some
young.
self-reflection.
You're gonna get young bullshit with what you're gonna get with this woman.
Folio, man. I'm good. I'm good with that, man.
Oh my God, I can't stand young people. I'm sorry, but I can't.
That was ridiculous, bro. I'm sorry. That was that.
I don't
She came out of left field.
know, but if you
And
move
brung
your
up
head
Sonya Massey. What?
well
Bro,
behind,
these people are so ridiculous. This is what I said about Sonya Massey. I said the cop was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I said the fact that we could tell the truth and still be correct, that she actually, in fact, threw the pot, but she threw the pot because she was spooked from the dickhead cop and he should have got first degree instead of second degree. How is that me not defending Sonya Massey? The cop is wrong. What are we talking about, bro?
But the thing about it, sir, the thing about it is they don't want to hear that shit. All they see a coon. They see you as a coon. They're like, oh, this is a coon. He's against all of us black people. Man, come on, man.
Bro, the fact that these people don't want to watch no full video, they're going for clips.
Exactly.
I broke down the actual video. She threw the pot and the water is on the floor where the cop was standing. It's proven. But they're saying the cop threatened her and said, I'm going to peep in your head and pull the weapon out so he can't really claim self-defense because he triggered the event. People said, no, she did pick up the pot and she was in the act of throwing it.
You know what's crazy? These are the people that think that George Floyd is freaking a martyr.
The same people who swear up and down that Trayvon Martin didn't punch Zimmerman in his face. Same people.
Exactly. I mean, you think of what Trayvon Martin did to that man. He was beating his head on the ground. How are you not going to say? protect yourself.
These
That's
people don't
crazy.
watch, bro. These people don't watch no trial.
They don't.
They
They,
don't
they
watch
don't. They
no
don't want to hear
trial.
nothing. But they don't want to hear nothing but CNN. Period.
That's them, bro. It's been proven Trayvon Martin broke his nose and bust his head, and the pictures are out there with the phone.
He was
audio
beating his
and
ass.
witnesses saying
His
this.
head.
But
His head was
okay,
like this.
that,
He
that's not,
took
that's
his
not
head
true.
and he was like, boom, 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 throwing it on the fucking concrete.
This is, yo,
If
yo,
that's
bro.
not if that's not self if that's not self protection, I don't know what it is. It's crazy.
Watch this. I can tell. Matter of fact, let's get back to the topic. Now I want to ask Cece a question, and let me see what she thinks about this. I'm gonna ask her a question about this topic right here.
Oh Lord, you brought her back up.
Look, I'm gonna ask her a question so you can see how.
Jeffy, you not even black.
Look, can I ask you a question?
What does that got to
Yeah.
do with anything? Why do you got to be black to fucking have an opinion?
Because you're because
Shut the
hold on,
fuck
hold on.
up. You are so
No,
immature.
you shut the fuck up with your
You are
bald
so
headed
immature.
ass.
Yo, let me
You
ask
look
you a
like a
question.
P3 though.
Let me
Honestly.
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Do you think it's okay for a little girl to be wearing poom poom shorts and a tank top shirt at the age 5, 6, 7, 8?
No, that's inappropriate.
And why?
I think that's just common knowledge. That's common sense.
According to these people on this panel, they say it's okay. That's my issue.
Well, I wasn't on that live, so I can't really speak on that.
No, the lie was about this panel. So I'm letting you know the issue is they said nothing wrong with that. You gotta blame the men because no.
Yeah, but you gotta play. You gotta tell me what started from the beginning. You can't just start cutting the stuff up. I wasn't there, so I can't speak on that.
The same way how you just brung up Sonya Massey out of nowhere.
Yeah, because you said it yourself. You did a comment. I don't understand how you made me seem crazy when you spoke on Sonya Massey.
You brung up Sonya Massey. Sonya, all right. Here's the beginning. They said it's beauty standards rooted in basically P child things like P, like you know what I mean by that, right? P fouls.
Mhm.
And I
Mhm.
said, no, it's not rooted in that. It's rooted. It's something different. I said, but someone can look at a child like that, but that's not what's rooted in. They said, what about her? I mean, she's like a grown woman because she is a grown woman. They said, nothing wrong with this picture. I mean, nothing wrong with this picture. She's a grown woman. I'm lost. They got so confused to say that she looked like a child. I said, no, she's like a grown adult. The difference is y'all are so used to dressing little girls like adults that y'all think is childlike. But in reality it's too grown for a child. What you mean? Putting makeup and long fade up on little girl is moving too fast. That's adult shit. That's not no little kid shit. You putting door knocker earrings in a little girl and poom poom shorts, that's adult stuff. It's inappropriate for a child. They said, how so? There's nothing wrong with that to me. I might see. This is the
What
problem.
kind of poom poom? Okay, now I'm thinking about what kind of poom poom, because those are for children.
What do you mean? What kind of poom poom?
You
Have
mean
you
you
seen
mean
it?
the tutu? Are you talking about
Have you
tutu?
seen these little young ladies wearing them?
Hold on, why do you, Jeffy? Can you calm down? Are you talking about like tutus for like skirts and stuff?
No, poom poom shorts.
He's talking about the kind of shorts that are so short you can see half of the child's butt.
That booty is showing. That booty is showing.
Oh,
That's why he said poom poom shorts.
I was confused.
So
Obviously.
they said, no matter what a child wears, the guy shouldn't touch him. I said, yeah, I agree with that. However, why would you put a bigger target on your child for creep? That's the point that I'm making to you. They said, oh, look, y'all, victim, you can't blame the child. I said, I'm not blaming the child. I am blaming the creep and the woman who is putting her daughter in this uniform to make the
And there is a woman that puts her daughter out there. Period. There is a woman that puts her daughter out there.
Well, I mean, there's
But
several women out there.
it's about having self-regulation, though. If you know somebody's a child, then why even you shouldn't your mind shouldn't even go there.
So, in what regard?
If you know this is a child, because children look like children, but they're looking overly grown and fast, I don't agree with that. But as a man, you're supposed to have self-relegation. Like, this is a kid. You shouldn't even be thinking like that. So it does come off as kind of, I'm not gonna say victim blaming, but I can see both sides.
No, but see, it should be on both sides because, for example, I agree with you with that, right? A guy to look at
CC is actually making sense.
no, but my point is right. You shouldn't look at this the given. No, but my point is they're faster to say men versus saying creeps, because there's women creeps out there that touch kids. And the same lady, remember the stud teacher recently, looking at girls in school. That don't get me in trouble because how they was dressed. So my whole point is, it don't make it right, right? But we live in a world when you can't stop creeps from creeping. So I hear what you're saying, that the guy should look at a child like that. Anyone can still a child. I agree with that part. What I am saying is, don't put your child in that light for extra creeps to look at your child more.
Here's another thing. You guys have heard of Roblox, correct?
Say it again.
Roblox,
Mm-hmm.
like a video game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's been predators that have gotten on there. There's predators that have gotten on Facebook. There's predators that have gotten on TikTok. There's predators that have gotten on a number of things. Even if the child isn't dressing a certain type of way, you even got I don't know. I'll just say POs that are predators. You got judges that are predators. You got CPS workers, CASA, gals. That's known as the guardian ad litem. But I mean, any one of these people can be predators.
So
And
oh my
with
bad.
the recent blocks, they have busted quite a few adults, men and women.
So watch the CC. Is a guy a predator if you watch a kid and then like on the internet and please himself? Is he a creep?
Absolutely.
Women need to understand this. That there's guys online watching your daughter with poom poom shorts on. It's insane to them. No one thinks about no, but hit their point. Hit their logic. No, it don't matter clothes. He just like kids regardless. No. You're missing the point. The point is he does like kids. And the point is you're making him more aroused. How you don't get that part? And we must start to understand that creeps don't all have the same preference. It's wild to say this, but it's the honest truth. They have studies on this by saying there's some creeps out there that literally like little girls in makeup. There's some who don't like girls in makeup. They like girls who look like kids, like pure innocent kids. You got people out there who like girls in little high heels. It's a thing. And the woman can say, no, it don't matter what you wear. Are you hearing yourself? And they wonder why.
Well, the thing about it, man, is that we got to understand that women of today they have. Dude, I'm just gonna be I'm gonna be real with you. Women of today have no morals, none whatsoever. The women of the old, God bless them. You know what I mean? Because they have morals.
Hold on, brother, before I forget.
But these women today don't have no morals.
Hold on, brother, before I forget, right? I asked the lady right here. Let me ask you a question. When you was a child, would your grandmother let you walk out the house with a tank top and poom poom shorts? She said, yes, you would. You're lying. Because Big Mama ain't play no games. Get your fat ass in the house. Big Mama ain't play no games with you. You're lying right now on this app. Big Mama, even the next door neighbor will check you. Girl, get in the house. Because Big Mama know there's creeps out here. There's creepy children out here.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have watched Chris Hansen, I'm sure.
I mentioned that. I mentioned that I mentioned that on the panel. The people on the
Yeah.
panel. The people on the panel is ridiculous. I kid you not. I don't want to talk to any one of these fucking. Ooh. I can't stand a bitch and I can't stand a simp.
Yeah.
I can't stand these people, bro.
Oh, I thought I got kicked out.
Bro,
Well, I mean, Chris Hansen, like he's a very powerful, guy in what he does. I know he wasn't out for, but I mean, he's caught so many people. But there's also like a couple of people on like TikToks and stuff where they actually talk to these gentlemen, and it's not just gentlemen. They've caught women too. That think they're gonna go meet up with a child for sexual
But
pleasure.
then,
And
yeah.
these UFC fighters and stuff have actually caught them, called police officers, to have these guys arrested.
well, see, this is why this is another thing I want to ask. Sometimes, like I was that young woman, but I never dressed fast. When you a younger lady, or not, let me say, children are not younger ladies, but you know what I'm trying to say. When you a child, when you developed, it don't even matter what you wear. It don't even matter what you wear. They could see that you got hips on you, that you got curves. That was always my issue. That's why I kind of agree with them when they say predators will be predators. Because yes, it probably would be 10 times worse if I was wearing revealing stuff.
That's my
But they could
point.
see. But they could
Thank you.
see.
That's my
But
point.
but no, sometimes they can see. They can see when a
No.
when a girl is going in puberty and she got hips on her, she
Yeah.
got curves, and she you know what I'm trying to
I
say.
agree with you. But you just said it correct. That's my whole point. No, if yes, she get her hips or whatever, being a creep, 100% with clothes on. But if you was to wear show with your ass out, you will attract more of them.
Yeah.
What
I
I'm
kind of
making sense.
understand girls that age. I mean, I was that age at one point. You know, we're not necessarily thinking about the bad attention that we are going to get. We just want attention. And, without really realizing it, sometimes it has been, we've attracted that wrong kind of crowd. And, that's one of the reasons I will never allow my child to wear stuff like that.
Watch this, CC, and watch this, Riri.
It depends on the age. So what age are we talking? Like if a girl's like, I would say 16, 17, then she's allowed to wear like, shorts, things of that nature.
They're
Of
talking about
course
a
if she's
child.
under that, huh?
They're talking about a child. Like actually like 6, 7 years old. They talking about
Yeah,
that's
but
okay.
like 16, 17, that's when they start wearing stuff
No,
like that.
6 is
That's
cool.
normal.
Oh,
6 is
no,
cool.
no, no, sweetheart.
That's
No.
still that's still
Not
inappropriate.
even.
16 and 17, that's high school right there.
Yeah, but it's still
Yes, but
inappropriate.
there are kids in middle school and probably even younger that wear this stuff. And, like, their parents, it's not that they don't care. It's just they don't, a lot of times they don't think about stuff like that.
Like CC, for example, right? The It's little girls on little black sites that selling clothes for children, and they have that on. They have door knockers, little heels, and biker shorts. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm lost. They have little poom poom shorts. I'm like, what's going on? And women, oh, that's so cute. I'm like, she's like 4. What are we talking about here? So my point to your point, CC, you're right. If you want to wear clothes, like they will look at you, right? For example, if you was to go to a party or just walk around regular, suited, conservative look, and your butt is still fat. Guys, talking about adult people. Guys would say, damn, she look good. Guys would notice it, yeah. But do you think if you was to wear boy shorts with your cheeks hanging out and a halter top or a tank top up to here just under your breast, do you think you get the same attention or you will attract way more attention from creeps?
Well, maybe I think you'll get more attention because they probably would think that you're easier as an adult. They probably think that you're easier. But if you wearing conservative clothes, they probably know that you respect yourself. You just happen to have a shape on you.
So, when it comes down to creeps now, matter of fact, let me ask you, I'm gonna give you an analogy. Let me see if you could get it, because a lot of them couldn't get my analogy. Let me see if you get it. We know that sharks eat man, they eat human. We know this. Sharks prey on humans, right? And if I was to throw blood on myself and jump in the water, I would attract way more sharks. Do you agree with that analogy?
Give me another one.
No, I'm saying
Do,
sharks are attracted to
I
sharks.
don't know about sharks.
All right,
oh,
sharks are attracted to blood. So, all right, not analogy. You didn't get that one. All right, let's go with mice and cheese. Right? We know mice like they fester and stuff, and they like food, right? Lying around, like little crumbs here. You might get a few. You might get a mice or two, a mouse or two. I said a mice. That's hood black stuff. A mouse or two, right? But if I was to have cheese lying around, would I attract more mice or less mice?
Probably more mice. But listen, I wasn't on that panel. I understand both sides. I really do. I think that y'all are both saying the same thing, but just different
No, they
things.
say
Because it could. I'm not gonna lie. If somebody comes off and they just say, "Well," you're basically saying, "Well, cover this person." Maybe then they won't have to attract that type of predator. But the way that you explaining it is just like I understand what y'all saying. I really agree with both of y'all.
no. The difference is
But
I
I'd even come up for that.
no. My point is I agree with them about creeps shouldn't do that regardless, and the guy preference is a child. I agree with that. They keep saying the clothes don't make you a bigger target. I'm like, what? It does. Like it makes you a bigger target when you have less clothes on. For creeps, it just does. You make them more horny. Oh shit. It's like getting bothered. It's a thing.
you better quit that. You're making me
Well, I
blush.
think it depends. Some predators they like it when girls wear more clothes because it's about power and having to rip it off and stuff. So
Thank
I think
you.
it depends.
Cece, thank you. That's what I said up there. I said, stop thinking that all the predators have the same preference. They don't. Even for children. Some people, like you said, some people prefer you to have on clothes they can rip it off you. That turns them on. You're right. They said no.
Okay, I got a question. I'm sure maybe you might have seen this, but have you guys ever heard of the movie? I think it's called Sausage Party or whatever. It is
Yeah,
kind of
I
a
do.
cartoon, but
With
it
the
had
food?
hot dogs and buns and
Yeah.
stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of tell you guys this little story because I only have one beautiful mini me and three boys, but my daughter is kind of weird. She likes vegetables one second and doesn't like them the next. So this show looked just looking at the cover. I'm like, yeah, cool. I could get this and let my kid watch it. Okay. just to try to encourage her to eat more vegetables, whatever. And my husband told me, "Are you sure you want her watching?" I'm like, "Yeah. I mean, I wanted her to eat more vegetables, and she's picky one minute and not the next." And he goes, "I think you might want to watch that before you let our daughter watch that." So, needless to say, I ended up watching it. He goes, "It's not what you think." And it's got a lot of weird puns in there. So, needless to say, I ended up watching it as like, oh, yeah, I definitely do not want her watching this. So, my husband spoke up and said, "Hey, this is not the kind of show you want your kid to watch."
Got you. I agree. Now I agree with y'all. Hell no. Adrian, what's up? Give your take on it, Adrian.
Hi, Dance Maddox. Yes, I agree with the clothing attire, but also the invocation of the sexualization of children everywhere. Books, in the library, commercials, uh, and then like one of the guests here on the panel said, the normalcy of it. So the just the overall it being seemingly normal when it isn't, and it shouldn't be, and it never should be. But one person on the panel mentioned the red pill, and I just don't think there's such thing as that. um we are all we all fall short, but yet at the same time I think that's just an excuse to point the finger at conservativeship, so that they can continue, the left can continue their lustfulness policy, their lustfulness filled with or their policies filled with lustfulness.
The fact that they couldn't comprehend what the fuck up. First of all, I couldn't get a full thought out. I spoke really full. I got cut off like as soon as I started talking, and I'm like, dude, are y'all trying to hear me out, or y'all want to be offended? Like, y'all just want to be offended. And I realized it's sad when you have a bunch of adults acting like children more than children. And the fact that I always go into conversation or debate in good faith, right? These people up here just trying to find a reason to attack me because they don't fuck with me. And I'm cool. I'm cool with that. But the fact of the matter is, these women up here are trying to shame, as he kept saying, the men. But I kept saying creeps. So I'm pointing out the fact that you keep focusing on a man and act like women don't touch children. How you don't get that? It's a large amount of women touching children.
No, women do it, but it's not as much as the men. We got to
I
be
didn't say
honest,
that.
Mannix.
No,
We got
no,
to be honest.
You
That's something we got to be honest about. Even if
no.
you want to pull up
You
statistics,
see?
women do it. I'm not saying that they don't, but I'm saying that it's a small minority. It's not as
They
common
do.
as men.
No, it's not a
Men
small
probably
minority.
make 96% of the sex crimes against children. That's just true.
No, you see, you did.
no.
No,
Women.
That is true.
no. Hold
Okay,
on.
I'm waiting.
The fact of the matter is, you did exactly what they just did. You heard a word and got triggered. And
But
trying to
Maddox,
compare
that's the truth though.
no,
And
the
it's
fact,
Viking. I find it funny because you talked
no,
about Chris Hansen, but there was never a woman that got caught on that show.
you're missing the
It was
point.
never a woman, and he filmed 6 seasons of it.
Hold on. The fact that you missed the point, you went straight to defending women. And I'm just telling you that there's a large amount that does it. I never said that they do it more than men. I never said that.
Maddox, it's not just for me defending women. I'm just keeping it real.
So you jump,
I'm saying that boys can be victims,
no,
but
but
even when
you
they're
jump
victims, they're
straight.
victim to other men.
The fact that you just jumped the gun and try to compare them when I'm saying creeps. She kept blaming only men. And I say, you see the point? I keep saying creeps.
I
And
can admit to that. Women can be creeps. But we can't act like it's a half and half thing. No, men make majority
you're
of
prove my
assaults
point.
against children. That's
You're
just
prove,
facts.
you're
Sorry.
prove, You're proving my
No,
point.
but see, that's not what he's saying. He's not referring to these people as men. When these people are doing this, he's calling them creeps.
Yeah, I can see that's the thing. I agree with both sides. I agree with him there, but she's not really wrong if she's saying men because it is majority men.
No, she's blaming only men. She's wrong because
Okay,
not only
I
men
can
touch
agree with that.
kids. Do you follow me now?
And it's kind of hard because they're the ones that are pushing for wanting younger women and young children. I mean, even when you look at this Islamic states and stuff like that, how they're dating underage women. I mean, marrying young children.
And also, it's a thing where a woman lie about their age and go after older men. It's also a thing.
Oh my God, Maddox, be for
I'm
real right
lying
now.
now?
You telling me you can't tell the difference between a child and an
No,
adult?
no.
Come
Don't
on.
throw me in my argument. I never said that. I said there are women going after older men. I mean, girls going after older men. That is also a thing. That's what I said.
Also,
Yeah, most of the
women
girls are
going
mostly
after
SA
boys,
victims.
young men. There are women going after younger men, like in the school system. Teachers.
Oh my God.
The fact
The
that,
incarceration rate of women is rising.
hold on, we're gonna skip past all these young lady teachers that was getting pregnant and fucking teenage boys. We're gonna skip. We're gonna
That's
skip.
it.
No, no,
That's
hold on.
it.
No. Hold on. We're gonna skip this recent thing with the substitute. A grown woman died.
I'm not saying it
No,
doesn't
no, no,
happen.
no, no,
Hold
no,
on, but even that
no,
stud
no,
was
no.
basically a man.
We have to be able to let somebody finish a point to comprehend what they're saying, then you can respond. What I'm saying to you is, you see how fast you jump to, but the men, that's what the panel kept doing. Not letting me finish the point, because I never compared and say women do it more than men. I never said that at all. I said creeps, meaning both. That's it. It's both do it.
Okay, man, let me ask you this. When you think of a typical creep in your head, who comes to mind? Just being honest. When you just think of one, think of a predator. What gender comes to mind?
Men, right? Go ahead. What's your point?
Okay. Yeah, that's all the point I'm trying to make. I mean, yeah, we know that women can commit some of these crimes, especially we see in schools and things like that nature. But it's not
That's,
even on the same level, not even a
no, but
little bit
that's
in the
the
same level
problem. No,
as the
but
men. They make probably 1% of those type of
no,
crimes.
don't. It's actually higher than that. It's actually
Not
higher.
higher than that.
It's actually in the 30s, and the
You
men in the
want to talk
40s.
about child abuse? If you want to talk about child
No,
abuse,
but
then
essay
we can
with
agree on that.
children.
But
No,
if we're talking about SA, that's
no,
mostly
essay
men.
with children is actually in the 30. Women 37%, and the men is in the 40s. That's a
No,
lot.
that is not true, mathematics. Men make around 90% of the SMEX crimes
That's my point.
against children.
Come on.
Even higher than that. That's just facts. I'm sorry, that's just
I'm
facts.
talking about children.
I'm talking about children too.
I'm talking about the women, not the actual thing. I'm talking about the women.
Who's downloading the child porn? Who's downloading child porn?
You're going so
It's the men. When you see listen, I used to live in LA, right? You will see
no,
these
but
young
you're going
girls
so,
on the blade on the
but you're going
corner.
so, but
Hold
you're
on,
going
man,
so.
let me finish my point.
No, because you
You
went
will
somewhere
see
else and
young
not
girls
arguing
on the
that
blade.
point. You're doing what they're doing. You're
What?
comparing men to women.
Mathematics, can I just finish real
No,
quick?
but I
Can
never
I
finished
just
my
finish real
point.
quick?
I have never finished my
Can I
point.
just finish real quick? When
I
you see
never
young
finished my
girls,
point. I never finished my point. You kept interjecting. You're doing exactly what they was doing on this panel.
just make your point, mathematics.
What?
So go
Well,
ahead.
The point that
let him finish talking. It's kind of got to be respectful from all of us. This is his platform. Let him.
I've been respectful.
But you interrupted him.
So the point that I was trying to get to understand, right, is when I kept saying creeps, she kept blaming only men. And I'm saying, do you see the problem in that? The problem is that you don't even look at women as creeps when you put your kids in this type of dress code. Because there's little girls that's being touched by women also. And the fact that
Are you being so for real right now?
look. You're doing exactly what I'm talking about.
Listen, some stuff is true, some stuff's are ridiculous. Women don't even grown women, they don't even date younger men that are younger adults. Okay, women are not creeps. They make a small percentage of that, okay? And those are the sick women. But
Hold on.
men make
Women are
like 97%
human.
of those
Women
crimes.
do that. Women do.
This is insanity
Yeah.
to me.
I
Even
never said women
lie
didn't.
about
I
their
just said
age
they
to
didn't make
be
the
with
majority.
a young man. A young man that's might be pleasurable to
That's
her.
not norm for women though. Women are not saying after a man, hold on.
Many
Women are not
women.
saying that after a man hits
Women with
25,
teenage
he's hit the
sons.
wall. Women are not cheating on their husbands with younger men. That's not common. That's what I'm trying to
Yes,
say. No one's
it
saying that
is
That's
doesn't
very
way
happen
more
or that's not
common.
common than you
true.
think.
That is very common. What are you
It's
talking
not
about?
common.
It's
Women are
absolute. Where have
Y'all
you
are being
been?
the
You're living
fact
disrespectful.
under a rock.
the fact that you understand
Not living under a
that
rock.
women literally is a stat that was done by actual women. Women cheat more, married women cheat more than married men. And their partner is usually a younger person. See, young. This
You gotta be
is the facts.
mathematics. If you say women initiate divorce more, I will believe you. But you're saying that
They
women cheat
do.
more. Now you okay? I can't.
Yes.
I can't.
And
I
women
can't.
are
They
initiating
haven't, yes
not
they
getting
do.
married nor having children more.
Yes.
What do
Yeah,
you
that one I agree with. Yeah, I understand that one.
You
But
got
he's lying if he's saying that. First of all, older women look for older men. Women are not going after children. That's just facts. That's just
what?
straight facts.
You're lying. The woman lying to you. I was fucking a
Oh,
bunch
that's
of old. Hold on. I was fucking a bunch of old women when I was young. It's something called Krugers. A cougar. You got that as a term. MILFs.
Yes.
It's a term. They're going out there messing with young men.
okay, but mathematics. But this is the difference, right? Hold on. Let me make my point. This is the difference, right? If I was a woman, I would have say that, right? Other women are gonna look at me sideways, right? They will look at me sideways, but with men, this is something that they all agree with. They're gonna be like, hell yeah, go get that young P. They're obsessed with younger women and children. It's not something, if a woman is doing this is something she's gonna have to do in the background as a secret. There's no way women as a
But they're
collective isn't
doing it.
normalized among women. We
Because
don't not we don't we don't do that type of stuff. We like
y'all,
grown men. We
do y'all
like
see
grown
what
men.
happened? She just went to private versus public as if it's still not happening.
I'm not saying no. What I'm saying is the more normalized it is, the more it happens. And I'm saying with men, it's very normalized and it's accepted. That's why y'all do it more.
Watch this. So that movie, How Stella
But
Got
it's
Her
not.
Groove. Hold on, Ruby. So that movie, How Stella Got Her Groove back, then they have a bunch of older women messing with young men.
I never watched that movie.
All right, I'm telling you,
Watch it.
women are just as horny as men.
Watch The Graduate.
They're creeps.
When women do date younger, they're dating 1 to 2 or 3 years younger. They're not dating young men fresh from high school. That's not common. Just stop.
The fact that look at Cher. Do you believe in your? Her man was 30 years old. She's almost 80.
Denial is the worst thing to do.
You said who? Whose man is
Cher.
it? Who?
Cher.
You talking about Cher?
Yeah.
Yeah, her man is a grown man.
He's younger.
And her relationship is abnormal. It's
She went for a
abnormal. Her
younger
relationship is
male.
abnormal.
She went
He's
for a young.
30.
Oh my God. Is he not? If she's not 40, 50 years old, August Alsina and Jada Pinkett Smith, is he not younger than her? About
Oh
20
my
years?
gosh, you're ridiculous right now. We're talking about sex crimes against children,
No,
and we're saying women do not commit
no,
them. I used to
no.
live
You went
in
somewhere else.
LA, right?
No,
There's
you went
young
somewhere.
children.
No.
Oh my gosh. Oh
No,
my
you went
gosh.
somewhere.
Maddox, can
No,
I speak?
you
Kim
went somewhere else.
Kardashian.
You went somewhere else. I was trying to tell you about a child, about her thing, and then you switched it about men cheating. Women don't cheat more, and they cheat with
Because we
somebody.
gotta, that's just being
Oh my God.
delusional. Maddox, I used to live in LA. Hold on, Maddox, because
That's
you
that
keep on cutting me off because you know I'm speaking the truth. I used to live in LA
No.
where
You can't overtalk me. You're lost because you
young
keep.
girls used to go on the blade.
I ain't doing that with her. I'm doing that. She literally switched the conversation to younger women and younger men, not boys. Is she hearing what she's saying? I was talking about the women dressing their kids up and only looking at men that can be the potential offender. But I'm saying there's women that's also touching children, and she went to not more than a man, making a comparison thing. And I never said it was more than a man. It's obvious the man is more than a woman. And then she switches to marriage. About women, when they leave a guy, they want somebody older. Women go for older. They don't go for a younger man. That's what she said. Not a boy. You said they go for somebody older. So I said, fine. There are also teachers who have babies who were sleeping with young boys.
Yep.
I said that because she wasn't hearing properly. And then I said, okay, bet. I'm gonna give you the reverse. There's also younger girls who go after older men. They lie about their age all the time. That happened. Look at R. Kelly case. That didn't happen. He's a creep, but that didn't happen. These girls
Happened
didn't
a
know
lot.
about their age. Now R. Kelly is still wrong. But these same girls knew R. Kelly was a grown-ass man. Right or wrong? This is facts. They're not stupid.
Right. I had no idea, but it is a thing where young teenagers, they go out on missions by peer pressure, dating, or excuse me, getting involved into relationships with athletes and like celebrities. Growing too fast.
What about Akon?
Robert Akon.
Well, I know there was an incident with him, and I'm not exactly 100% sure it was his fault. I mean, a young teenage girl. He was on tour with Gwen Stefani. I was young then. And a girl was in a club she never should have been in. And, you know, he got charged, the club got charged, and, you know, that kind of thing. That does happen too. Not making him sound any better, but, you know, sometimes guys get themselves caught up in that, and no child should be in a bar.
Let's look at the lady, the little girl who was found unalive, Celeste, with the artist. She found in the trunk. She was like 14 or 15 old, hanging around a bunch of adults, having questions. This is a thing. We're gonna act like these same girls wasn't young and said, I'll fuck Genuine. While I was in school, I would hear this from teenagers. I'm just a bachelor. I'm hearing girls say this in my classroom. Knowing he's a grown man. They had a crush on my dean. They had a crush on my history teacher.
I had a crush on my teacher. His name was Mr. Bynes. Whew, he was gorgeous.
And this girl was like, what I would do to him. They're like 14 years old. Girls go to clubs lying with fake ID all the time. They're even in strip clubs.
Mm-hmm.
I liked my Sunday
that
school
one.
teacher.
They don't act like it's not a thing. Come on, man. Come on.
Victim blaming.
And they act like older women don't go after younger men. Yes, they do. Because the older men, they say he can't get it up no more. Because a lot of older women, they get a second wind when it comes down to smacks. They get a second drive in their 40s and 50s. They get an extra pump in their system. And usually men start to decline. It's tons of older women in their 50s dealing with guys in their 20s.
And young men like the older women as well.
Yes. And I'm telling her, like, dude, woman, I'm literally in this field. I am 41 years old. I'll be 42 tomorrow. And I am telling you, I'm in a space where I can date the daughter and the mother. Because the daughter might be 25 years old, 26, and the mother is like 49 or 55 years old. I'm in that space when both likes me. It's limited time only because I'm going to get old soon. They're going to stop. But it's a thing. But my whole point is every time you try to say, listen, man, not more than this, not more than that. I mean, that's not the point. Why are we start comparing it? I'm just saying the fact of the matter is when we, for example, I'm gonna give you another creepy shit that women do. Another creepy shit that woman does that I don't like. Women would see little boys and say, "Oh, look, my little boyfriend, my little husband," and no one questions it at all.
That's so true.
Some of these women are actually creeps, and they fit under that small amount of number that's touching kids. You like, oh nah, he a babysitter. Cause you think automatically the man is gonna be the creep. And you just bypass the woman. And that's the problem. Because most children are being babysat by women, not men. So the fact of the matter is, if a grown man was to say, look, y'all, my little wife, my little girlfriend, everybody will want to bust his head. Dude, are you crazy, dude? You'll see it then. If a man said, look, y'all, my little wife, my little girlfriend, everybody will call him a creep. Rightfully so. But when a woman says it, it's one pays no mind. That is creep behavior. Women outside, naked 24/7 and say, why you watching me? You a fucking pervert.
Yeah.
You're naked outside and getting masturbated watching you. You're a perv. I see women online saying, look, y'all, I'm selling hair products. Look at my hair, y'all. But the whole time they're twerking with a thong on. Showing me their hair. And say, you thirst trapping. No, you a perv. I see girls saying, I'm selling vegetables and deep throat in cucumbers. You a pervert.
God.
How many
You guys see
times
what he
women
said?
could go outside and grab other women butts outside publicly? That is
You guys
SA.
might want to look at what you said.
That is SA right there. Well, bye. Oh, she a baddie.
Maybe it wasn't CC. It was Buzz.
Like
Or B.
imagine a man, your ass is fat, he be in jail. But the woman could walk outside and smack random girls on their butt as if it's not creepy. That is creep behavior. I remember one time I went to Atlantic City and I got felt thrown so many times in Atlantic City. I'm on the beach walking by. I'm like, yo. People like, yo, girl, why you complaining for? She just grabbed your D. I'm like, I don't know you, lady. And people got mad at me that I got offended. Dude, she grabbed my penis. I don't know this fat lady. Yo, my penis got grabbed, maybe like, no lie. I was in Atlantic City from Thursday to Monday. Like 20 something times. That weekend. By random women. And to the point that I had an actual whole argument on the boardwalk. And everyone got mad at me because I got offended. I got assaulted.
You know, it doesn't matter whether it's a guy or a woman that does it. If you touch I'm not referring to you. I know you know this. But if you touch somebody who doesn't want to be touched, Well, I mean, we'll be quick to let you know it too. But you can't sit there and bitch about guys doing shit like that when you're gonna turn around and do shit like that. It's asinine and it makes you look ignorant. 100%. And if you're gonna sit there and assault a guy, your ass should be in jail too. It's no different when it's on the other foot.
It's wild, man. And my point is, man, I always say this over and over. Fathers, please, you are needed. No lie. You know how like they got serial unalivers and they keep them alive and they ask them questions to pick their brain to see how they think. That
Yeah.
that also happened with child peas. They keep them alive and they ask them questions. And I was watching a special, and a child P mentioned the preferences that I'm talking about. And he also mentioned one thing that they look for is if the father home or not. Usually the father presence in the house scared them off. But they usually go with single household women. Look, this is an actual dude who used to be, who not used to be, he is a P. He says we look to see if the father's home because we know when the father's not there, we can make our way. So can you imagine if a father is not there and the woman is allowing their children to wear skimpy clothes, and the same woman think, nah, I got a fat ass. He want all this ass. He worry about my child. No, this dude ain't. He don't care about your ass. He wants your daughter. That's how sick he is.
Yes, it's like they want their child to fail. Or they want to tempt they want to bring in that temptation. Or like they want to find a relationship of another man through their daughter.
I had a friend. He lives in New York now, but he used to live in Kansas. One of his exes, I knew her too. She ended up getting married to somebody else, and this somebody else essayed both of the children that this woman had with him, and this woman used these kids as what is that when they hold them over your head, as trophies for child support, anything of the sorts. And when it was found out that these children were essayed by the kid's stepfather, she called these kids liars. And granted, he has one of the children, which was a girl, and the other child is still in Kansas with a family member that plays for the same sex, which doesn't, isn't a big deal, but it's still sad no matter how you look at it.
Watch this, right? I'm put something out. The person in the comments, BBZ or DBZ, Boys to Men, ABC, BBD, the East Coast family. This person says, basically, twist the conversation because it could be uncomfortable. That sounds like something that a pedophile would say. Now, I'm not calling you one. But it's weird that you come up here and say, when you could just leave. This is allowed to bring awareness to protect the children. And instead of you adding to the convo, no, let's move it because it's uncomfortable. I try to bring you up. You have no send the invite. I try to bring you up. Once again, I'm not calling you this. But it's weird that you say that.
You can go ahead and drop me down.
Yeah,
I
let
gotta.
her go down. Stop. Listen, the thing is, certain things that you
Hold on. Hold on. I got you. I got you. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. What you said, baby?
You can go ahead and drop me down. I gotta work tomorrow, but thanks for allowing me to come up, and hopefully we can continue this conversation more tomorrow or whatever else you're on.
Cool.
Love you
Thank you.
guys.
Love you too.
Thanks for
Have a good
sharing,
weekend.
Viking. Bye bye.
Nice meeting you.
All right. Go
Likewise.
ahead. Go ahead, BBC.
all right, so my thing is, right, the reason why I told you you need to change the subject because it's not a good look for you, right? It's not a good look for a black man up here having this conversation, and it's not going the proper way from my perspective. You see what I'm saying? Because now you saying women. No, let's be specific, and there's no disrespect to white women. But why aren't you being specific and you know better? You know, right? Let's speak about the porn industry. When you if it's in the porn industry, you're gonna see if you look up MILFs, you're not gonna see black women come up. You're not gonna see black women in uncomfortable situations with young boys. You're going to see white women. So when the young black girl was up there and she was saying it's not true in her reality. And you know this as an older man that it's not true in your reality coming from a black woman. With all due respect, it's not black women reality. That's white women reality, right? And when it all boils down, young women don't look for men. You don't see no young women on the internet saying, "Yo, we want older men." No, you don't see that. If they are talking to older men, the older men is looking for them. They're using their money, they're using their cars, they're using all of that, right? To get to these young women. It's not no young, and even if the young women do decide they wanna have a conversation with an old head, it's gonna be on some type you got to have a check or but no, that's not true. And the older women that do talk to young boys are white women. Let's keep it a buck. Be
Oh,
specific. I just want you to be specific so it won't have you out here looking crazy. You
no.
know, white women are the milfs and black women are the aunties. Stop playing.
See,
Nobody's out here trying to date a old black lady. Let's keep it a buck.
no. Hold on. See, that's the problem with coming to class late. That what she did, switch the combo to that. I was talking about pedophiles of how to protect children. She switched the narrative to that. That wasn't us. That was her. She said women, not black women. She said women don't go after young men. And I'm saying no, it's a thing. Women do go after young men, just like older men go after younger girls, younger women. That's a thing. She said no. So I said it's a section called MILFs or cougars. If you put Ebony Cougar, it's not but older black women messing with young guys. It's an actual thing. I slept with so many older women in my life, it's not even funny. How Stella got her groove back. Remember that movie? That was about an older woman, black woman, dating a younger man. Fine, let's go older. Let's go with August Alsina and Jada Pinkett Smith. Wasn't she like 20 years older than him? They're adults, so I'm cool with that. But we gotta stop at 50 Cent, Vivica Fox. We gonna forget about that?
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but you're saying peds. Is the difference between when you're at an appropriate age and when you're at you're talking about a petty, yes, no black woman. You're not, no, it's not common. I'm not saying that it's not possible. It probably has happened. And coming, I'm a woman, so I can't speak on a man's behalf, but I'm saying common, and we're going to speak on different communities, right?
But it
In the
doesn't
black,
matter
No,
if
it
it's
was a whole
no, hold
uncommon
on,
or
hold on,
common.
Adrian.
It's illegal.
Hold on, Arian,
And race
Arian.
doesn't matter.
It does matter,
It
sweetheart,
doesn't
because
matter.
you can't,
Common or
miss,
not
listen,
common, it's
it's
illegal. It's
not, it does matter
wrong.
because we have
It
different
doesn't matter.
communities.
You're
Hold on.
going
And
along
he
the
can
lines
tell
of
you
pornography.
when I'm
I don't watch
speaking, he
pornography.
can tell you.
It's
He
still
knows. At
wrong.
the end of the day, we're all
It
black.
doesn't matter the
No, it
race.
does
That's
matter. And he knows. He
stupid.
can tell you from coming
That
from the
is a
black community, we
stupid
don't
out.
do that.
You're saying it's
It's not,
rare.
it's
It's
not
rare. It's
possible. It's not that it's not
wrong.
possible. It's not
Black
common.
women have
It's
and do
common
touch
mostly in
and
the white
Listen,
community,
no,
miss.
no, hold on,
no,
hold on.
it doesn't
Yes,
matter.
it's not
Hold
common
on,
in our ask him.
hold
Ask
on,
him if it's
Ask,
common in our community.
yeah,
Yes,
He's
it's
gonna tell
ask
you
a lot
common.
of
no.
young boys.
Yes.
No, it's not. It's not
Yes,
common in
it
our
is.
community.
The fact of the matter is you're switching the argument. The argument was dressing kids inappropriate. That was the
Yes.
argument. No, hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
That was the argument. She switched it, the young lady. And I'm saying stop doing that. The argument is, would you allow your child to wear poom poom shorts and a tank top? That was the
What she
argument.
say? She said she allow her kids to do that.
She said no, but the women up here on this panel all say yes. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm like, what?
Oh, that's crazy.
That's my argument. I mean, that is crazy that you said no, because the guy is a creep. I don't know. Look at a girl. No. Yes, he's a creep. That's a given. But why would you put your child in poom poom shorts in a tank top? Why would you? There's nothing wrong with that. It's just clothes. And the man was agreeing with her. And I'm trying to understand those dudes who are saying there's nothing wrong with that. They're fucking creeps. That's the point. So the young lady came up here and said, well, I asked the lady right here, let's listen, man. The fact that you keep blaming men and don't bring up the women. She said, no, but men do it more. I said, yes. I never said that it didn't. Yes, you're right. Men do it more. Overall, men do it ain't even close, right? I get it. What I'm saying to you is, that's an argument not even close. That's an argument not even close. I said, I get that. But the fact of the matter is, you just ignore them is a part of the problem by having your daughter with poom poom even around them. You ignore that. That's the reason why things happen. And why would you put a bigger target on your child back, knowing that there's creeps in this world? So the young lady up here said she switched it to cheating about marriage. Am I lying, Adrian? She went to marriage and said older women don't date younger men. I'm like, what? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. It's something called cougar and MILFs. It is a thing. Now we're in the adult section now. So she kept saying no. And I'm like, yes, it's a thing. She said when a woman usually cheat on her husband or something like that, she dates an older man. And I said, there's older women who like younger men, just like there's older men who like younger women. She said no. So I said, fine. If you're referring to boys, teachers, I could give you some. How many school teachers of women that was sleeping with children, like students, having babies by students is a thing that happens? She said no. And my whole point is, if you're going with the younger woman, I'm like, yo, they're both adults. If you a younger man, young adult, that's legally fine. I'm just saying that younger women younger girls like older men, younger boys like older women. It's a thing.
You say younger women. What age type like you're talking about? Like, because I heard somebody was like 15. I'm like,
I'm a
no,
girl.
that's not true. I'm as coming from a woman perspective, and I'm gonna speak on black women because I'm a black woman. That's not facts. That's just not fact. I mean, that's men. That's some older men delusional.
It's not
but
fact.
it's not the reality from younger women.
It's not
Like,
fact.
you don't see younger women on the internet saying, okay, I want an old school, I want an old head. But you do see older men speaking on how they want young women and for those specific reasons. You can't tell me, and I don't care if it's blue pill, red pill, whatever the case may be, you don't see women, young women, right? Podcasters out here saying we want older men because of this, because of that. No, no, no. And
Oh
what
no,
we
I'm
do
talking about
see, hold on,
teenagers.
Ariane. What you do see, but even in the streets, you don't see younger women out here chasing older men, but you do see, and that's okay,
Yes, you do.
because most majority of older men, right? Most majority of older men do prefer younger women.
No, see,
Right.
Teen
And then
girls.
when you're talking about teachers, be specific. I'm not
I'm
disagreeing with you
saying
when it
something.
comes down to
Yo, I am a man,
women
right?
with
I'm
teachers with
I'm a
older
man, right?
women preying on younger boys. But the majority of it is white women specifically.
No, it's oh my god.
No, young
Okay, show
teenage
me,
girls.
show me, show me, show me, show me, pull up black women at a majority, because that's very uncommon.
No,
But you do see white women
you're making
common.
it. No, you're making it about race. I'm making it about the actual
Making it
topic.
about race. You have to separate it.
No, I
I'm not making
don't.
it about
I'm talking
race.
about women. The pedophiles come in all shades. It's talking about these people. So stop talking about black versus white. I'm saying these people are cute and they're out there. And the fact that we acting dumb up here and act like they're not women up here that like older men or girls that go after men and lie about their age is insane. The women that hip hop I can't stand. When women think, oh, there's no older women saying they want a younger man on these platforms. The fact that the men are telling you we are fucking y'all. Y'all don't listen to us because the podcast, the women, they're not gonna say it. They're embarrassed. But the men, we are sleeping with y'all left and right.
Can I blow this up?
Go ahead, Bumpy.
Yo, tell me I'm lying. Growing up, we're talking about growing up. I'm 16, right? 16, 15, 16. How many times you seen the girls your age? The dude pulls up in the car, snatch her. You like, what the fuck she fucking with him for? Because he's mature, he got money, his whole life is together, and
Thank
you're a little
you.
stupid guy running around as a little teenager. How many times? I've seen that my whole life up until right now. What are we talking about?
Thank you, Bumpy. And Bumpy, hold on, Bumpy. I just mentioned that. I said when I was young, there was girls saying they want to sleep with Genuine.
Bro, I've seen it my whole life. The old dude got some gold in his mouth, and he only 16. He like 30 something. Put
Pull
his
up in the
shit together.
car.
Pull
Like
up in the
this.
car.
Yes, he prayed. That's him praying. Yup, he
No,
pulling up in the
no.
car on
No,
shorty.
oh my god.
Yes. Stop
For
playing.
the
Young
fact that
teenagers lying to themselves and to the men.
yes, the fact that a
They
guy,
go on missions,
the fact that
colleges.
the
They
fact
want
that
to. They want to. It's a prize.
yo, they act like these girls can't prey on somebody else that's older. That's a
But
thing
you can
also
play it.
too.
You ain't gotta play on it. Listen. Here's what people don't want to say. Now
Why
listen
isn't
to
that
that.
common though? I'm not saying that it's not possible. It's possible. But why isn't it common? We're
Common.
speaking on common.
What?
Yes,
But
it
why
Listen.
why we don't
is.
see this? Why isn't it
Let me show it
prominent?
to you
Do you go
again.
to
Let me
high
show it to
school
you again.
basketball games?
I'll
It's
show it
not
to you again.
common. Why we don't see this on the
Yes.
internet? Why we
Let me
see
show it.
old
Let me
men
show it to you
from
again.
every culture and every background? Because we're speaking about every background. We
Okay.
do see that, but we don't see no women. And this can be of women of all races. I don't
Oh
see no
wow.
young
What
white girl
about
saying she want an older man.
what?
I don't. No, I
Oh,
don't.
You
I see a
definitely.
lot
wildin'.
of
You
older
15 year
men
olds
wildin'.
looking
were
for young
You
looking at my
girls.
wildin'.
husband.
You wildin'.
He's a basketball coach because you're sitting with the teenagers. You're not sitting on the other side. They made provocative moves, gestures. I mean, he's up there. He's
Joe, it happens to me all the time. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I'm just not into now. Now listen. Now my new thing is I'm gonna probably grab me somebody about 25 or something like that. Yes, true. Yeah. But there's a whole story behind that. But go past that, right? Go past that. Back all that up. Your great grandmother was about 16, 17, and your great grandfather was fucking 28. What do you say to that?
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying that young women aren't the ones that's out here preying on men. Let's keep it a buck. Young women aren't out here preying on men.
Yes, they
It's
are.
no, they're not.
The older women, I mean,
No,
excuse me,
are
the
you?
older men have the money.
Yeah, come on, just keep it
They
real. Let's
Yeah,
keep it
that
no,
real.
they
already,
got the money, but they
and then
don't need their money.
if they have a
That's why
wedding
it's
ring, that ups
prostitution.
their
That's
value
why it's
with the
Oh my
men
goodness.
prostitution.
also.
That's
Watch
why it's
this.
prostitution. Because
Watch
if it
this.
was that easy, they would have. It wouldn't even. It would be. If that's the point, then they should legalize prostitution.
So
Let's
hold on,
keep
hold
it
on.
real.
So watch this. The term sugar daddy, where that come from?
What do you mean? Where it come from? It comes from a younger woman, not a child. Because
No, 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 no.
you're speaking on. You're saying
No.
young women
I'm
as
saying
15.
I'm saying to you is that there's younger ladies, girls out here, and ladies that's messing with older men for money and not necessarily giving them cootie cat. It's just the guy for money.
Yes.
They in high school. It's a thing.
Yes, that comes on an older man. That's coming from the older
No,
man. That's not coming. Who's on the website?
No, listen to the point. We're saying the guy is wrong, but we're also saying that the women know, the girls know better. They're
Yeah.
still going after these guys, lining. So girls don't lie about their age and have fake IDs. That don't happen.
I'm not saying that what you're saying is not true. I'm saying it's not common.
It is common.
No, it's
Very
not. It's
common.
common for the man.
Competition.
It's
Listen,
common
listen.
for the man. What? Okay, let me ask you a question. Right, Dance. If who seek out one another? The man seek the woman, right?
Can't say that no more, man. I don't know.
With
You talking like you're in
feminism,
the 30s
no.
or something. I don't know where you, but this is over with.
Now, when you talk about it, I sound like I'm in my what?
No, I didn't say you sound like you're in your 30s. I said you're talking like from back then when, no. Right now, these women and these songs, like, get that money, get him, snatch that, get this, get you a bag. Like, come on. What are we talking about?
No, yeah, but they don't have to look. They men are looking. Men are looking every single
This is
day.
so crazy. Listen, let me say this, Dan. Let me say this. Let me please say this to you. This is true. All right? We be outside. They know we was hustling. They come up that block. They know we are looking. They know we hustling. They know we got the money. They're right there in our face. I'm like, wow, this little girl just came out of goddamn John Jay High School from right there, yo. What are you talking about?
They got the power. They got mortgages.
These
They
girls
have
are.
cars.
The shit is together, and these little dudes shit ain't together. They always gonna win. I watch it. Like, what is she doing? Get in the car with this old
I see
dude.
whenever I'm walking down the street, I see a lot of young girls with young boys. I do not see the majority of young girls with old heads.
No,
I
I'm
respect that.
sorry.
No, see,
They have
you going
both.
to majority. We said common.
Yeah, but the majority is common.
No,
That's
common.
it's if you define majority and common, it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It is the same thing. It's the same thing.
Common, occurring, found, or done often.
Yes, that's majority of the time.
No, it's not.
All right, I'm not gonna argue with you, but I'm just saying, like, no.
Okay,
I only because I'm young, and I see most men be trying to like I'm in the Bronx, right? Most of the men out here that be trying to holler at me are old school men, and I'm good. Like I'm
I'm not
good.
saying that's not true. I believe that happens to you.
Yeah,
I
all
believe
the
it.
time. I'm just saying, like, I feel like because they be all out, they be looking at me all the time. I'm like, what you expect for him, like for me to be trying to talk to him? I like niggas my age.
True.
Like
I get
I want to
that.
date somebody. I don't want no old school man. And if you're trying to talk to me or whatnot, and if you
How old are you?
Spurgeon and I ain't gonna turn it down, like. You know what I mean, if you're gonna give me a few dollars, I'm not gonna say no.
There's my point.
But
You just
I'm
made our
not
point.
looking for
You
you.
just
I'm
made
not
our
out
point.
here like
You made our point.
with a man that with a bread. I'm good. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that the young girls, they're not looking for you. But if you throw some money and say, "Let me buy you lunch," they're not gonna turn it down. I'm just saying, let's keep it real. I don't want the old school men out here being delusional.
So watch this. If you don't mind me asking this, what's your age? 'Cause I'm gonna bring up a point Depending on what age you give me. What's your age?
I beg your pardon?
What's your age?
Now you know you can't go and ask me my age. So that's just we ain't
No,
even doing
see?
all that.
No,
I'm just saying I'm a woman. I'm a lady at the end of the day. That's
no.
just respect. But
No,
I'm telling you that
no. Hold on. See?
yeah. But you
The fact
can't
that,
ask me my age. I'm not a child.
hold on. The fact that you can't even have an honest, you can even be real with me, but give me your.
I'm not
No,
saying
hold
that.
on. I'm
What do
trying to
you
make a
mean? I'm just
point.
not
I'm
telling you
trying to
my
make a
age. I'm not
point.
being rude.
I'm trying to make a point. The point that women want you to be real with them, but they can't be real with you. They can't. You can't even ask their age, and they will turn around and say, "Man should have asked for ID. He's a pedophile." But I can't ask a woman her age. These are the same people. It doesn't make sense. I literally preface by saying, "What's your age?" Because I'm going to use an artist in your age range to make in my next example. That's why I was trying to ask you your age for that reason. And number two, you have no problem when your employee asks for your age, the club asks for your age, the liquor store asks for, you have no problem doing that. For me, asking for your age for I'm a lady. Women like that, not saying you, but women like you think like you can't be trusted with good faith. I can't asking the
I
age
didn't
is
disclose my age. I never told you a lie about my age. I just don't want to disclose it. That's it.
Okay, that's fine. But hold on, I got a whole nother thing. That's fine. Keep your age. What I'm saying is this. Now, I want you to know there's a lot of guys, right, who have to register for stuff. And you be like, yo, my guy, what the fuck? You like, my dude, she told me she was over 18, 19. You find out this girl is 15 years old, which he should do more investigation, but it happens. Not everybody's out there looking. If somebody lied to me about their age and shit and da da da, and then a mother come to my house with the police, you fucked.
watch this, Bumpy. Watch this. The same people who's talking about age with older men and older women. If she don't want to tell me her age now, you can imagine when she was younger, she didn't tell her guys her real age.
That's a possibility.
It's very strong.
Mm-hmm.
Stop trying to provoke me. That's a lie. I don't listen.
I think
That was never my thing. But I'm just saying, as a lady, I don't disclose my age or whatever. But Ariana, don't lie on me because you never heard me slip up and say that. Like, don't lie because then I'm gonna look at you like you a liar. So don't do
Well,
that.
I'm not lying. I
Yeah,
mean,
but you
I'm
never
just
heard me
saying what I
disclose.
heard. I'm saying what I heard,
No,
okay?
you're lying.
I'm
Now you're
saying
not
what
to be
I heard, what
trusted.
Ariana
All
heard.
right, whatever, Ariana.
so. So my point is this, right? Name a. All right, all right. Fuck it. So growing up, BBG, you didn't hear young girls saying they wanted to date older men growing up.
My baby mother was
I
17. She
never heard
wanted Bobby
that.
Brown. She wanted Bobby
I
Brown bad.
always heard older men
She
trying
wanted
to
Bobby
date. Yeah,
Brown bad.
I've never heard that. I heard young girls telling me how they were being approached. As a young girl, yes, I was approached by older men. But did I ever talk to older men? No, because that was never my thing. I have to date somebody around my age.
So you didn't hear any young girl your
Mhm.
age at the time say they had a crush on an older man, celebrity or not. Teacher, that never happened in your world.
Never. I'm sorry. I never heard. I
Bullshit.
heard. I now.
Bullshit.
I've been around a lot of young women. To keep it a buck
No,
with
you
you,
said
that
you
did
fucked with
talk to older
LeBron.
men. They did a lot of them. Yes, I'm not telling you that it's not possible,
Oh my.
but it was never. They weren't the ones that was being approached.
No, I didn't ask that. I
Mhm.
asked, did you ever hear of a woman having a crush on a guy or somebody older? You said no. But now you said that you see women younger messing
Mhm.
with older guys.
Yes,
So
I
you've
did.
seen it.
Yeah, I
Every
did
day.
see it. I just told you. I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm just saying that it's not common for younger women to look to date older men. That's what I'm saying. I'm not
Well, I
saying that
think
it's
you
not
need to
common.
go. I think you need to go down there, where your local clinic at, right, and watch how these young ass girls come in there with these babies, with these dudes, damn near twice their age.
Yeah, I know, because they was looking for them.
Bumpy.
The
Real
older
talk.
heads.
Remember some Bumpy? I'm in love with a man nearly
Nearly
twice
twice
my
my
age.
age.
I'm not saying that what y'all saying is not right. I'm just saying that the women aren't the ones that's looking for the man. The men are looking for them. They're
It's
running
both.
game.
It's both.
It's
It's
not
both.
both. Because a young
What?
girl's gonna stick with a young boy unless an
No, it's
old
not. I think the
man.
boy's too
No,
immature.
they're not. How many women you say I can't
It
date because of
always
my
be the
age?
old head men that be
But wait a
delusional
minute,
like
babe,
this.
BBZ, hold on, BBZ. You've never heard them girls in your lifetime. See, I can't even mess with dudes my age. They too stupid. They immature. They da 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 da. So I like the men to be a little. You never heard that?
If they are above age, where they started talking about
Oh,
the age of like 15. If you're talking about some older woman, maybe in her 20s or in her 30s, yeah, she might say she don't want a guy that's 25. She might a 25-year-old with a 30-year-old.
damn! You're
Yes.
from the Bronx, where the most Spanish beautiful women
No,
exist. There's no way
I'm
you're
not.
telling me
I didn't
that.
say I'm from the Bronx. I said I live in the Bronx.
Okay, you live in the Bronx. That's okay. It's about the same thing. I got you though. Where the most beautiful Spanish women are at constantly. You're not going to tell me you do not see that.
I don't. I see a lot of Spanish young girls with a lot of Spanish young boys or black boys. Their age, walking around with slippers on, looking dusty and dirty. That's
Watch
what I
this.
do see. I don't see a lot of older men. Now, if I do see a young girl with an older man, he probably try to talk to. It's not easy to get Spanish women, especially if you an older man. Unless
What? Where
this
are you
is not
coming
Dominic.
from?
This is not
Watch this, Bumpy.
Dominican. This not
Watch this, Bumpy.
Dominica. This
Well,
not of DR.
public. All right. So watch this, Bumpy. So BBZ, when you was
Mhm.
in high school, you didn't see or junior high school, you didn't see the junior high school girl
Oh,
having a crush on the jocks on the varsity team who was 17, 18, and they were 13. That wasn't a thing.
13? No, God.
Hold on.
You
I'll go.
funny.
I'll go to 14 then. So you didn't see 14-year-old girls.
freshmen versus seniors.
Like, that never happened. Freshmen having crushes on seniors.
Are you talking about when I was in high school?
So hold on. Hold on. Watch this. So you didn't see when Steve Urkel turned to Stephon. When Steve Urkel on Family Matters turned to Stephon, girls your age, younger, in school, didn't have a crush on grown ass Jaleel White.
You reaching now
I'm not
because
Oh,
reaching.
if you're saying 14 and 17, that's 2 or 3 years. The shorty was saying 15 to like a 30-year-old. That's bizarre. That's not facts. Now, if you're talking about somebody maybe 18 wanting to date
Okay.
somebody that's
Ooh,
25,
I got a prime example. Remember that girl, Satania Brown?
Satania Brown, who is that?
Satania Brown, the girl who unalived her fake smack slave, but it was a customer she killed.
Mm-hmm.
And Kim Kardashian, LeBron James was defending this lady, and she was guilty as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Okay, yeah, I heard about that.
14 years old. Her boyfriend was 20 something years old, 24.
Yeah, but why she said what happened?
No. I was her boyfriend. Hear what I'm saying to you? It was a black guy who was her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up selling her body to a white customer, lied about her age to get the customer, the white guy. He gave her money for activity, but he didn't even do anything with her. He ended up falling asleep and she blew his brains out and robbed him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's a
No.
prostitute. That's a young prostitute. We talking about every day.
No. She still went after older customer. She was 14.
Oh yeah, because she's a prostitute.
Oh
Like
my
they don't
God.
have no boundaries.
Oh my God.
Aaliyah and R. Kelly.
Her boyfriend
R.
was
Kelly
still
went after
older.
her.
Her boyfriend was still older.
That was her pimp.
Aaliyah and
No.
R. Kelly.
No. The pimp was her boyfriend. It's the black guy. The
Yeah, that was.
customer, this is what I'm saying. It's two men. Her boyfriend was in his 20s. His name was Cutthroat. He was a black guy. The white customer was in his 30s.
Mm-hmm.
She went after two older men.
Yeah, because she's a prostitute.
Oh my God.
That's what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to go at the men that she know wants her.
I forget.
That's an old man. If you see any young girl prostitutes out here, they all gonna be sleeping with old men. If you go to the
And
DR or
why?
all of these other countries,
So
you're
why
going to
the
see young
prostitute is
girls out
not
here
going with the
preying on older
so
men.
why the prostitute is not going with the young man? The young guys, the boys,
Because
young.
young men don't have problems getting young women.
No,
It's
no,
the
no, 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 no,
old
no, no.
men.
I didn't finish the question.
Hmm.
The same teenage underage girl who's a prostitute. Why is she not going after the 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds?
Because they don't have problems getting women. It's the
Well,
older men that have problems.
Yo, Bumpy, you hear this shit, Bumpy?
you think an older man has problems getting women when all his shit is together?
Yes, because the most men that will go out there looking for women are older men or men who aren't, physically attractive. Like would a woman wouldn't on a everyday find him attractive, or he could just have low self esteem. That's what prostitutes. That's what
So
they prey
BB,
on.
BB, the reason why I asked that question is because the young prostitute even know the young kid ain't got no money.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
that
honey,
true. That
man.
too.
So they're going
No,
for the
that.
older clientele because they have their shit together.
Yeah, but there's no 13-year-old, 14-year-old out here looking for,
Yes, they
you know.
are.
But they could get that from their little classmates. They not out here.
I
It's
just,
not.
ma'am, you just
They
said a
want
minute ago, right?
status. They want to be a
That
star.
we see the older guy pull up in the car, but the little girls you've been hanging out with your whole life go get in that car and they leave and
That's
come back pregnant.
yeah, future.
All I'm saying is it's not common for a woman because we're gonna go back to where he started. It's not common for a woman of all races to be looking for older men. Now they do
I
more.
disagree with that
That's your
statement.
opinion,
I
and you're
She's a
entitled.
woman.
wholeheartedly
But
disagree with that
that's okay.
statement.
That's your opinion. But I'm speaking for the majority of women that have class. Now you're talking about
What?
Well,
prostitution.
wait a minute.
No,
More
we're
You're,
women.
you're
not.
Hold on,
arguing
miss.
class,
Just a
but you
minute. Just a
admitted that you
minute.
took money from men that you won't be interested
Just
in.
just a moment. Just a
Wow.
So
moment.
that shouldn't be a dig at me.
No, I'm not digging at you. You digging at me, but I'm just speaking facts. You're speaking
No,
from
you
your
said you speak for
perspective.
women that have class.
Yes, obviously you don't have no
So that
class.
was a
If
dig
your
at
if
me.
your mindset is for a young woman, right? Because you're this is coming from your mind of woman.
No, I'm saying, I mean, we all watch it even mainstreamed.
No, that's
It is
not
very
common.
common
No, it's
for
not.
girls to have crushes either on their teachers or,
No,
yes,
that's
the
not true.
varsity
They make
athlete.
billion
That is
dollar
very
movies
No,
behind
true.
it,
that's not.
man. They
That
make
is even
billion dollar
common in
movies
No,
behind
movies.
it.
that's not common, miss. It's common
No.
That is.
specifically for a
You
certain type of
you've
woman,
never
but
seen
it's
any of
not
these
common.
movies where the girls have
I'm
crushes on their
speaking.
teachers?
No, nope, nope.
Oh
It's
my.
always common
I
for
think you live in a bubble. That's
hold
what
on.
All
I
It's
right.
think.
always common. It's always
Or you're
common
being
for
defiant.
it's always
I'm being
common for a
defiant.
Hold on,
woman.
hold on, hold on, hold on. I got you, bro. Hold on. Let Future make a statement, and then after that, you go ahead, bro. After Future, go ahead, Future.
No, I just disagree with her. I think it's very common. I think it's even mainstreamed that girls will go after the older gentleman, whether it's the high school girl wanting the college boy, or we watch a lot of these mistresses, they're younger, going after the older married man. I mean, I could sit here with the typical stereotypes all across the board because it is very common. I
Monica.
mean, we even remember Seinfeld, or maybe you don't, I don't know. He
Facts.
was dating a 17-year-old high
Yeah, it
school
was.
girl, and it was universally accepted.
Elvis.
Woody Allen.
Yeah, I mean, we could there's songs about dating 17-year-old girls,
He
whether it's
was only
Aerosmith
17, but
or
she was sexy.
I
Rick
mean,
James.
it's just bonkers to me. And I don't mean this to be disrespectful, but I feel like you're in a bubble if you don't see this even mainstreamed. It's everywhere.
Yeah, I agree with the lady, Future. It's always common for a woman or a girl to always go for the older guy, whether high school or in the life that we live right now. Usually, the older man is put together a lot more, and women do look for resources as part of the reason why they want to, what I'm saying, be with the person. For the younger prostitute, if he's talking about, I'm not really familiar with that, but it would be obvious that if you were into that business
or even just doing that, technically saying it is in for to get things. You can't get that from a younger man. You will always go to the older guy. Even when I was in high school, the hot chicks always had the boyfriend with the car.
Thank you.
He didn't even go to the school. He was picking her up, and while we was riding
Thank
the
you.
bus, it's always there.
Thank you.
An older man is always
Look
going
at
to be
that
more
car pull
attractive
up.
to a
Your ass
woman.
getting in when you're younger.
Bro,
Right.
I see
He's
girls pull
always
up.
going to be.
I see guys
Yeah.
pull up blasting Jaheim. Just in case I don't make
Yeah.
it tonight. I'm like, what?
Right.
I'm like, yo, I only got 50 cents in my pocket.
Right.
And I can buy a Star Crunch. That's it. And she gotta, y'all
That's
dudes
it.
immature and gonna hop in the car with him and pull off.
Go hop in the
Just,
car with him.
oh,
And she comes back pregnant.
just in case. I'm gonna call the cops, man. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how
Plus,
you be feeling. You like,
he
yo,
can
man,
lace
somebody
you
should
with
tell
stuff.
her mother.
I remember.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like I was
It's a
saying
fact.
before y'all decided to come up here, and I'm not sure if y'all was in on listening. What I said was, it's what y'all said is not is not that what y'all saying is not true. Yeah, that do happen. You do see younger women with older men, but like I said before, there's not younger women looking for older men. It's just not common. I'm
But they
sorry.
got it.
Aaliyah.
Listen, hold
It's
on,
not
time out.
true.
Hold on.
It's
Yeah.
Ma'am.
first of all,
Aaliyah.
it's not even in women
Watch
nature
this.
to
Watch this.
prey on
What are you
men.
Yes,
talking
it
about?
is
It's
because
not even in
protection.
women nature to prey
Yes,
on
it is
men.
because of protection. Women go
Right.
after older men for protection. Look at Aaliyah, R. Kelly. Look at Aaliyah again, Jay-Z. Look at Aaliyah again, Dame Dash.
Yeah, all of them went after
Hold on.
her.
Hold on,
All of
Aaliyah
them went
again.
after
Hold
her.
on. Aaliyah again, Ghostface Killer. These are all older people.
When Future was like something
I said
about
Aaliyah.
somebody sleeping with
Aaliyah. I said
Well,
Aaliyah.
I would say that
mistress.
Aaliyah was being preyed upon.
Okay,
So
that's what I'm
I would
trying to get you to
What?
understand,
in
Future.
my
You're missing the point.
opinion, with that example, I would remove that from the equation.
Anybody,
No.
anybody, rather if it's the
Did y'all hear
side
what I
chick.
said though? I gave 4 different examples of Aaliyah with older men. 4, not just one.
Right.
I gave 4
Yeah,
examples.
I mean,
But that's her preference.
You
I
know
think
what
that's
it
a
means?
I think that's a controversial example,
No, can I
but I
point
think that
something
there's
out?
so
It's a
many
fact,
other
though.
examples where there's just no controversy
No.
behind it, and it does happen.
No,
Can I point something out?
Aaliyah was dating Ghostface Killer. He was older. She was a young adult, a young teen. No, what late, like a young adult. She was also dating Jay-Z. He's a young adult. She was dating Dame Dash. Young adult. They're all way older than her.
Yeah,
Beyonce and
yeah.
Jay-Z.
I think
but
that
mostly
that
all the
was
men that you're
probably an
talking about.
example where she was
Dance.
preyed
What
upon
I'm saying,
by
She wasn't
the
preyed
industry, which
upon.
we know is
She
common.
was with it.
yes, there you go. That's what I'm dance. Listen,
Oh my
I'm
God.
not saying what you're saying isn't true because men can get younger women,
How
yes,
no, the
but
fact
no
that y'all,
women,
the fact
young
that y'all
women.
did is that y'all acting like every older man prays on Aaliyah.
No, but the majority of it's just in men
Aaliyah like
nature
older
to.
men. She was a
I
young adult. Dating
My
older men.
tinfoil hat theory is it started off with R. Kelly, and she wanted to get away
okay,
from that
Oh my
dude.
God. Oh my
exactly,
God.
And then here's other
Married
people
him, and they
positioning
all allowed
themselves.
it.
At the end of the day,
exactly.
nobody
No.
had any business to be messing
No,
around
that's
with
bullshit. That is
No, that's
bullshit.
14,
true,
15,
Dan.
No, it's
16-year-old
not
girl.
true. It's bullshit because y'all doing it now. It's trying to say, oh, but no. She still chose an older man to be her boyfriend, and
Yeah,
then
but
I
R.
mean,
Kelly,
her
but we
mom
all
had a
know R.
lot to do
Kelly
with that as
manipulated all
well.
those
fuck R.
women. That's
Kelly
why
now.
I
I
mean,
gave out 3 other grown
I think her
adults.
mom pimped her out. That's what I think.
Fuck
But
R. Kelly. I'm giving you her as a young adult going after older men.
she's not.
oh, as an adult, yeah.
Dance.
Well, I don't recall her being with Ghostface, but if you said that's true, that's true.
It's on
I do
Flat
recall her
TV.
being with Damon Dash when she was like what 20, maybe. So yeah, I can
How
give you
old
that
Dash
one.
was?
He was like in his 30s, wasn't he? Like late 30s.
Mm-hmm.
How old Jay-Z was?
In his 30s
It's
too.
about the same age, late 30s.
So my whole point is she still was going after older men.
No, she's not going after them. They
Oh
going
my
after
God.
her. That's what
I
I'm.
mean,
How
if
can she
in the
accept
adult
it?
when she was of legal age, yes, I will concede to that.
Yeah,
She's
please.
literally she literally accepted an older man. She liked older men. as a thing in history that younger women like older men. That's the point that I'm making to you.
No, I feel like younger women like like boys on their age level. Most
All
when
right,
if I, when
Beyonce.
I'm out here right now,
I
I
That's
know
don't
what
what,
I'm
I
see
already
saying.
know why she said that. Let me say this
why
real quick.
am I
No, bro.
saying
But
that?
after her, you go ahead, bro. My bad. I cut him off earlier, but go ahead, BBC. You go ahead and then let him go.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's what you're saying is you're not delusional come when it comes down to are you seeing young women dating older men and are they happy and whatever the case may be, the reasons behind why they are connected, because that's just human nature when they are in some sort of connection. But are younger women out here saying, hey, I want older men? No, you don't
Yes.
see that. Hold on. You don't see that in the media. You don't see that on the streets. You have never seen that because number one, it's not even in women nature to prey on men. Now,
Oh
if you're
my
hold on,
God.
it's not impossible. I'm pretty Dance, you're a nice looking man. I'm not saying that it's probably not a 18-year-old girl. It's like, yo, he look good as shit. I'm not saying that
Thank you,
that's
baby.
not possible. I'm saying it's probably possible. It might be happening more now, but is it common? It's not common. It's just
Okay.
not common.
Okay. Wait. I'm just gonna say this real fast. I'm gonna be quiet. Okay. Let's take Dance. Like you just said. Okay. Dance, ordinary guy, chilling. Blah blah blah. Now let's take Dance. Take that hoodie off him. Put a Gucci hoodie on. Put a Gucci hat on. Put some jewelry and shit on him. Put a Bentley coupe sitting outside. Now he's a different guy. He's a different guy. And when he turns that key in that car, and you look at the little youngins, they're gonna look at him and go over there and ask him what do you want to do. What are you
So they're
talking about?
not. They're not going over there to
Ma'am, I
dance.
live
They
it.
too scared.
Ma'am,
They do it
ma'am,
now.
I live it. You telling me something? Okay, you told me about you and what you don't do and what you don't see, right? That's your world. Okay, I got you. In my world, when I pull that 750 up and it rides up to them, they have all type. I've been looking at them like, I have daughters, right? Get away from me.
Go ahead, Alman. Go ahead.
Women, a man cannot talk to a woman that does not make herself available to him.
Thank
Outside
you.
of that, it's called crime. All right. Every woman wants a man. And listen, we'll just say it like this, and women say this shit all the time. A woman matures faster than men. All right. So it will be obvious that she will go for the older gentleman because she will see the person her age as immature. It happens all the time. It's just common sense. If I'm walking and I got some books and some bubble gum in my pocket, and this guy has the ability to drop you off at school, buy you a Sherland coat. The reason why I'm saying these things is because this is what happened in my world when I was younger.
Thank you.
You feel me? I had to wait. It wasn't my turn. When I became older, I became more attractive to younger women because I had my things put together. They want to be, they want to feel like a woman, be treated like a woman, and in their minds, only a man can do that. So they go for the older man. Period.
Well,
Well
and
said.
some of them have daddy
Period.
issues
Well
and go for
said.
older men.
No,
Exactly.
listen. Let me say this real quick. On the average, and outside of this new, understanding, it has always been that the man at least be about 10 years older than the woman. That was always the traditional thing, simply
Did I
because
just
a
say
man
that
that was
earlier?
at least
Great
10 years
grandfather and
older,
them.
a man who was 10 years older had his accounts together. He was mature and experienced in life, and he could protect and provide for a woman. If you had to get past a man's father and you came to my door and my daughter's 16 and you 17, there's no way you're going to get to my daughter. You don't even have a pot to fucking piss in. But now,
You want
since
an
you can vet
older
whoever
man
you
dating your
want,
daughter? If she's 16, how old you want your if from a 16-year-old, how old you want your daughter? What
My daughter just
kind of
started
man?
dating today with 18, so let's get
yeah,
that right out of the
well,
way.
So you
I
want your
was
daughter
I
coming
was
home
I
with a
was talking
50-year-old
about
man?
listen, ma'am. I was talking about back in the day. You don't need the father anymore to vet the man. All right, 16 was a relevant age for your daughter to be courted. That was back in the day. That's why I was speaking on. Today, if my daughter was, I really don't want my daughter to get married at 18, but we'll just say she was 24 and a man came to her and she was like the same age as her. Unless he did some internet suave and had a lot of money, I understand that he's not put together yet. So I'd rather get with him someone around like 30, 32, 35. You know what I'm saying? By then, that's when men's wheels get on the ground. They start being accountable for the life that they lead.
You want your
That's just
daughter, your
natural.
25-year-old daughter dating a 35-year-old man?
No,
Yeah,
I
what's
want
wrong with
her to
that?
26-year-old
Well,
father.
Well,
I
what? I
rather,
can
listen, hold
somewhat
on,
speak
listen.
to that.
Let me say this real quick. I would rather my 25-year-old daughter date a 35-year-old man because for most men, When they reach 30, 35, that's when they're looking to marry. In their 20s, they're just looking to fuck. So
Fact.
yes, I would rather my daughter be with a 35-year-old man that's serious and has intent and investment to create a family with my daughter. Yes, very much so.
Yeah, me too. I agree with that, bro.
And that was exactly what I was about to say. When I was younger, I would date men that were older because the men my age wanted to be at the club all the time.
Thank
I
Exactly.
you.
wasn't interested in that. Or they were
Exactly.
frat boys. I wasn't interested in that.
Thank you.
Now, fellas, let me ask y'all a
Right.
question because I think I thought I was being punked on this panel, but I'm gonna ask you a regular question. Would y'all be okay for your daughter at the age of 4, 5, 6, 7 years old wearing poo poo shorts and
Never.
tank top?
Hell
No,
no.
I
no.
got daughters, bro. I don't play like that.
Bro,
Neither do
don't
I.
you bro, the people on this panel said there's nothing wrong with that. The creep is the problem. I'm like, yes, the creep is the problem, but you're the problem for putting that on your daughter. Are
You
y'all
buy the clothes, you
insane?
idiot. You buy the
I
clothes,
think
you
there's
idiot.
something wrong with designers that make that stuff for kids that age.
You can make whatever you want. It's the problem whoever buys it. If
Yes.
you
Right.
buy that
I,
shit, then
no,
you have a
I
problem.
agree with you. I never dress my daughters like that, but I'm saying I think it's even weirder that adults sit in a room and design that stuff for kids.
My
You know
daughter
what?
wore a crop top. She was 17, getting ready to
Like
get
if
out of
y'all
high
have y'all
school.
ever been to Brazil? Have you ever been to a Brazil beach? You see toddlers in tea bags. I'm not kidding.
That's sad.
It's
It's bad. It's
creepy.
terrible. And then when somebody
But
approach your kid, then you shouldn't say nothing.
Bro, the fact that this panel
no.
kept saying, "Oh, listen, man," because what the guys are keep thinking that way. It just closed, and I'm like, y'all a prime example of bad protectors. Because what the fact of the matter is, yes, we understand that a guy is a creep or a woman is a creep, but you can't stop that from happening. No, you can stop. No, you cannot stop creeps. It's gonna always be around. We live in a real world. And the real world says you must protect your children. So if you, as a grown ass woman, know that if you was to wear poom poom shorts, creeps start coming at you. Why the
Right.
fuck would you put that on a child?
Right.
You can't blame the child. I'm not blaming the child, idiot. I'm blaming the
Blaming
creep
you.
and the parent.
Goddamn right. You're buying it, you idiot.
Well, even as a mother of 5 teenage girls, when they, the trends change obviously with teenagers, but I would tell my daughters, you're dressing like that, you're going to attract low quality people.
That's right.
And
I don't even
people think
explain that
that.
shit.
And people think,
I
listen,
just make
man,
sure it doesn't
I
work.
don't get what's going on. So I'm like, yo, so now on the internet nowadays that people can watch your child and please themselves, like it's a thing that happens. If you're gonna play Looney Tune World and act like it don't happen. I was so mad at the panel that I had to leave and address this topic because I'm gonna be wrong with you. These were some wicked bitches, and I don't give a fuck who fell away behind that. Once you say you don't have no problem, you would dress your daughter in poo poo shorts in a TikTok, then you are an evil steward of children. Because why would you do that? I gave them the shark analogy, and they all were so dumb they couldn't get the shark analogy. Here it goes, y'all.
Okay, let me.
We know sharks eat human, right? If I was to dress myself in blood and jump in the water, I would attract more sharks. Cause I made myself a bigger target. They said it'll make sense.
So
The
who you consider being a shark? The man?
the creep.
Anybody.
Okay, exactly.
Predators.
So most
It
the
could be a
majority
woman
of the
too.
Because yes,
so
thank you. Thank
It could
you.
be anybody.
yeah,
Yes.
it could be anybody, but
Predators.
when you're talking about you're saying
Nah, it
young,
could be anybody, man.
you're
Let's just
saying
leave it at that.
okay,
Point
no,
being,
hold on, just have respect,
Thank you. Oh man.
right?
Thank you.
But
See?
you're saying when you it's being a little
see,
contradictory.
listen, this
No, I'm
is you.
not.
This. Let me say this real quick before you go into this. That this is a problem that we have with women. All right, you always want to try to put some intricacy on it or remove the goalpost. The bottom line is we understand that everybody knows that there's robbers out there. All right, now you might not know one. You might not even have any in your world, but you still put locks on your doors in your house.
Thank you.
Well, and we know women do
So
it
we're
too. We
not going
see
to sit there and
headline
say,
after
well,
headline of women teachers having affairs with their 13-year-old
Thank
students. It's
you.
gross.
Goodness.
Yeah, and hold
Right.
on.
And for some reason, they get a different sentence than the men, and their crime is equally egregious.
Thank
But
you.
the point
And the
is
majority of
that
the time,
they're out
it's
there. They're on
normally
both
white
sides.
women. Excuse me, it's normally white women
Oh my
that's
God.
having
It
relationships
doesn't matter,
with. It
man,
does
because
matter
it
because we're
doesn't.
going to be specific. It's the majority of the
We see
time.
the headlines. It's all
No, it's
races.
not.
It's all.
No,
Oh,
it's
yes,
not.
it is.
No,
Okay,
it's
we're not going to
not.
make this a race
No,
thing.
it is. No, it is a
Predators
race
come in
thing.
both
No, it is a race
genders.
thing.
Pren-
It is a
Predators
race
come in
thing.
both
If it is a
genders
race thing. It
and
is a
all
race thing.
races.
Yes, it
No,
is.
I'm not going to do that.
No, you don't. You don't have to
Well,
do
you
that.
can
I'm
race
doing it.
bait
It is all
somewhere
race.
No, no,
else.
no.
It
It's
is all
not
Live
a
in
race.
a
race bait. I'm
bottle.
being
It is a race
specific.
thing.
No, it
It
is
is
a race thing when
saturated
it
in our
comes down
community.
to the majority of the time of women sleeping with
Well,
young
we're going to have to
boys.
agree to disagree with that one.
That's your opinion. When it comes
Well,
down,
that's your opinion.
okay, well, okay, miss, you
But
can.
predators come in both genders
That's
and all
right.
races.
That's right. And that's right. But when it comes down to women specifically, it's majority of white women
All
sleeping
right, you
with
know what?
young
Let me put it like
boys.
this
I would
then.
agree with that statement.
Hold on, I agree with that statement. But when it comes to
Exactly.
women,
Thank
wait a
you.
second. Wait a second. When it comes to our women, is the majority are grooming our young women into being outside of young women. They want them to be rainbow. So what do you have to say about that? That's in our
I'm
community.
not saying that
But
I can't.
they're still children, and they're grooming these young women to act like little boys. And they're turn. If you look in our community, just go to a high school, you'll see a whole bunch of little rainbow little girls. The boys be
Yeah, don't go to high school.
majority.
Go to junior high school.
Junior
So
high.
where
That's
the
what I'm saying. Just go
fathers
to any of the
at?
schools. Yeah,
So
they're
where the
grooming these. They're
fathers?
grooming these little girls,
Where are
just
the
like
fathers? Where are the
man.
fathers?
They
Because
the
we both
mothers
have
don't
to
want
take
them in the house.
accountability.
That's also on the shoulders of the mother. They can't even provide a father for the children that they bore. So yes, that's also on the shoulders of the mother. They can't even provide a father for the children that they bore. So
We
yes,
can't even. What do you mean
so
provide
instead,
a father? It
all right.
takes
So
two.
let me explain. Let me explain.
What do you mean
So
provide
instead,
a father? It
all right.
takes
So
two.
let me explain to you how it works. To provide a father for the child that you bear is to have a man who is really invested in you, and you marry him, and then you have a child, and for that child, you'd be like, "Look, here's your father." But
So what do you
instead,
mean
you
by
go out.
really invested? Can you be specific?
Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. Truly
Okay.
investing in you. A man will go to a woman and he likes her, and if he invests in her, the first thing he invests in to prove that he wants to be with her is called a engagement ring. That's the first investment.
So what about
That
the
lets
men
her
that
know.
lie?
No, let me finish. That lets her know that this man is really about me, and he wants to build a life with me. All right,
Okay.
and then after that, they get married.
Hmm.
See how that works? And then once they get married, then they have children. And when the children comes out, she's like, "Here is your
Hmm.
father." But
So who
instead,
fault
they
is
go
that?
out.
That's
Oh, I'm not
normally
done. I'm not done.
okay.
Instead,
Sorry.
they go out and get a man who is not invested in them, and then has their child. And that man's like, "Yo, I didn't even want to have a child with you." And for whatever odd reason, this, that, and the other, they blame him when they knew very well that that man wasn't invested in him. Now, if they just wanted to have intimacy and have fun, just like, there's 14 different contraceptives for them to do that, but they don't. Instead, they rather have this whole a conundrum and get, usurp that man for the government and pretend like, oh, well, he's not in the household when you didn't get a man who you were invested
So let me
in
ask
or
you a
was
question.
invested
Who
in
should
you.
have told her that? Who should have told her to find the right man?
I
Her
told my
parent, her
daughter.
mom,
Her mother or her father?
I
her
told my
mother.
daughters.
No, that's her father. As he
So
said,
why now let me ask you, so
as Grumpy
listen,
said,
man, listen,
he told his
if the
daughter.
father
Oh,
if the father is supposed to teach him everything, okay, then why does the woman keep the father out the household?
what do
If
you
he's
mean?
always to blame, if he's always
Men don't want to
he's
be in
been
the
to blame
household
for
because
50
they
years.
want to be in the
He's been to
streets.
blame for 50 years. And in that 50 years, I watched this so-called terrible ass person rise to the occasion. And yet and still, these women choose not to have a man in the household. They choose
I
not to
really
get married.
believe
They
that
choose
women
to
are
have
We
choosing
a
not
also
to
baby.
have
know
a
that
man in
They
the
women will
choose to
household.
have a
weaponize their
baby
kids
outside of
against
wedlock.
men. It
Listen,
goes
man,
We
both
it's
will
very
ways.
simple.
weaponize
It's
their
not just
kids.
the men
That's a
choosing
fact.
not to be there. Women will literally weaponize their own children against their
That's a
fathers.
fact. And
Yes,
there's
they
no
do this
race
on
on
purpose.
that.
Why
They do
are
this
they
on
doing
purpose.
that? You're saying that it's women out here just being cruel.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true. Stop
All
it.
right, listen,
It's
man. Listen,
mostly
let's go
women
back.
out. It's mostly men out here
I encourage you
misbehaving.
to go sit in any family courtroom. They're public,
And
and you can
Facts.
see women are constantly being ridiculed by a judge for withholding their
That's
children from
white
their
women, miss.
fathers.
You're
Oh,
speaking
no,
no,
on
let
a
it's
me
not.
white
finish.
woman's
Let me
No, it's
perspective.
finish.
not.
Let
No,
me
it's not.
finish.
No, it's
Let me
not.
finish.
Yes, it
They
is.
will
No,
let
it's
me
not.
finish, BB. Let me finish.
Okay, go
They
ahead,
will
Future. I'm
literally
sorry.
weaponize their children against their fathers, even if the fathers haven't paid their child support on time. Child support is a separate entity, a separate issue from visitation.
Facts.
You cannot deny these women do not weaponize those kids against their fathers. That is a common problem. And if you don't
Common.
think that it is, go into a family court. Anybody in the public can go and you will see it in real time. It's disgusting. So it's not just the men that choose not to be around. There's a problem on both sides.
I agree with you, Future, but the majority of the time, that's white
No,
women.
no, no, no.
And
Watch
hold
this.
on. I'm
Oh my
sorry. I don't mean to
gosh,
cut you off
it's
the
Hold
answer.
on,
not a
hold on, hold on. I
race
was
thing.
quiet.
It
Hold on.
That's not
Hold
a
on, hold on,
race
hold
right,
on.
thing.
listen,
Hold on,
Future.
BB.
You keep saying it's not a race
BB,
thing
BB,
when
It's
I was
it
You're
not.
is a
making it
race
about
thing. It's
race.
It's
two
BB,
not.
different
BB, I was
It's
quiet.
not.
futures. Where you
No,
have
hold on, y'all.
let's keep it real.
BB, I was
It
quiet.
can
I was
be a
quiet.
race thing. The
No,
majority of the time, and I'm not disagreeing with you because one thing the difference from a white woman and a black woman,
no. See,
white
that's the
women move. Hold
problem.
on, white women
I
move a
was
little
trying
bit
to,
different
BB,
than.
BB. You have to hold on for a second, BB.
Okay, go ahead.
What I'm saying to you is this, right? Whenever we prove a point that women do this X, Y, Z, you run from taking accountability by blaming some other race. For example, no one does this shit more to black men than black women. So you want to talk about race? Let's go there. Most of the black men who are going at this is happening because of a black woman. Literally. If 70% of the households with women don't have fathers in the household, you have a mixture of both, of actual deadbeats who she chose to sleep with, and you have a component of her keeping the father from the children. So my whole point is, when you go to family court, there's tons of black men that's suffering because the woman is vindictive to the child. Remember Haley Bailey, the sister of Chloe? Well, look online right now. Well, she's having going to court to keeping the child from the father. Tyrese. This happened to Tyrese also.
Because
But
they
you
no
ignore
good.
it. Hold on, hold
Because
on.
they're no
No, no,
good.
no. That's what I'm saying to you.
BBZ, you're just a liar. That's all. That's all.
Whatever.
BB,
You're
You're
just a liar.
immature.
You're just a
no,
liar,
the
man.
fact that you don't want to listen to this because you don't want
You're
to
a liar.
hold black women accountable when you
No,
get
I'm here to
you're
I'm
not
here to
because
disagree. I'm
I
not
was
here
going
to agree with nothing that
no,
y'all saying.
no.
That's what I'm
See, you're here
saying.
just to lie.
No,
That
I'm
right
not
there
lying.
makes you the natural liar because you won't just disagree with us because we're making a point, and when we try to make it about women and men, you bring up race. So now that you bring up race,
Maurice.
you bring up black and white. You did this. So now I'm gonna give you examples of what black men actually go through with black women. But now you don't like it. But you bring up race.
She's a liar.
Do you know what I
She
do?
just
Before
said
we
that.
go
No matter
any
what she's
further,
gonna,
listen,
no matter
listen.
what
Let me
facts
say
we
this.
I
Let
bring,
me
she's
say
I
this.
gonna
can't
lie.
hear nothing you
Hold
saying,
on. Let me say
Saya,
this.
because you talk
Let
about
me
you
say
want your
this. Let me.
25-year-old daughter to date a 35-year-old man.
That's
When you
So
because
make
you're a
this.
liar,
I'm not
and
even
I'm not.
listening to you. You coming like
Wow.
That's because
a
you're a
big
liar and I'm
predator.
not.
You're
Because
a
you're a liar
predator.
and you're a liar and I'm not.
Well,
You're a
what I
predator
what,
and I'm not.
How
what,
does
How you
that
gonna be a
make him
can
a
predator?
I
She's
say
a
something?
predator?
25 is a grown ass woman. You're
25 years
just
old
a
is of legal
liar. You're just
consent.
a liar, man.
He would
When you
make the
was 25,
choice.
I'm sure you was being smashed down by a ton of people. So let's not act like you
Stop
little, you know what
talking.
I'm saying?
Stop
Little
having your
goofy,
hatred on
bleeding some
about women
sheep. Yeah,
No,
I'm just telling you what it is.
on
no,
this
that's
man
You're just a
panel.
liar.
As a
hold on.
woman, I haven't
1
heard
minute is your
anything on
body,
this
your
panel that has
choice.
been
1 minute
disrespectful
it's
to
not.
women.
So
I
which
think
one
you're
is it?
Sure,
playing
you're
Is
only
it
mad
the
because
flex
it's
your body,
card.
your choice, or it's
Hold
not?
on.
25, you're a grown woman. You're out playing bills. You can go get a car. You can get a bank account. If I had my daughter chose somebody, I would hope she choose somebody financially stable. Me being a man, understand that men really don't come into their finances until about 30, 35. So if she's with some old knucklehead and she gets knot up, cocked her legs, and she has a baby, well, then that will be her own fault because I suggested that she get somebody that have some type of value. Now you just want men to date somebody your age, probably because you are probably still looking for someone and you haven't found one and they're around your age, but you don't
I'm
qualify
married.
anymore. Well, if you say so, I know that you're a liar, so I doubt if you are
Mm-hmm.
married. But my point being is, that's what a lot of older women do.
You
They
don't
get
know
to
me.
themselves when they're 30, 35. They tax themselves out of the game. The men that got their feet together want somebody that's youthful and understanding
Yes,
and respectful and cooperative. And you don't fit that anymore simply because you have your own program. And no real man's going to come and clean up somebody else's mess.
go ahead, Bumpy.
Now, I just
Saya, you're too old for me.
Hold on,
I
hold on,
wouldn't
hold
even
on,
date
I'm
you.
not even looking
ma'am,
at you. If I seen you,
ma'am,
I'd walk right past you. You're
go ahead,
invisible.
Bumpy. Go ahead, Bumpy.
ma'am. So recently, I'm talking about very recently, I just paid for pretty much the majority of my daughter's wedding, right? And she's 28, and the dude she's with is about, I would say 20, about 28, 29 himself, right? But if his shit was completely together, why the hell would I be paying for that wedding? You see where we're going with this? I did it because it's my daughter, and they were getting married, and and after she wanted to do herself, the guy gave her 3 kids, and he's like, "I'm gonna marry your daughter." I'm like, "Okay, okay, okay," right? So what I'm saying is, look at me. I just paid for a whole wedding. What girl I can't get? You see my point? So even if I pulled up once again in my nice car with all my nice jewelry on, and I'm looking good, and I'm completely together, own my own business, I'm winning. Why wouldn't a woman, let's just say 18, 19, 20, wouldn't want to be with a winner? Why would you want to be with a guy struggling, just getting out of goddamn college, maybe with 100% debt? It doesn't make sense. That's one. Two, this is not about race. Like, listen, like you said, if you go to them courthouses, I don't know if you've ever been in one or whatever, you just sit down and listen. It'll shock you how these women weaponize these kids. And that don't come in no color. And I'm the biggest Black Panther guy on the planet. I'm sick of all black
You
rights. And I'm
obviously
telling
not,
you,
because then you would know the difference between different households. It's not about race. It's about different. It is about race when it come down to black households and white households. It's different.
can I
So
ask you this?
stop
Okay,
making it
okay,
seem like
let's
it's
say,
not
okay,
about
let's say
race.
it's
Stop
different.
playing.
Okay, ma'am, I'm gonna agree with you. Okay, it's different. But what's different with weaponizing the children?
The results seem to be the same.
What's the difference in weaponizing the children?
You will have women that will literally weaponize their own children against their father because he's got a new
White, black, blue,
girlfriend.
green, Spanish, whatever. He got a new girlfriend and his life is together. He didn't go out there and sink. Okay? And I am a prime example of that. I was with my kid's mother since we was 15. I was with her for 22 years. Right? So when I'm like, you know what? We just two different people. I'm sticking in here for these kids. I can't do it no more. As soon as I did that and tried to get my life together, I was public enemy #1 to her. And I've been good to this woman her whole fucking life. So I'm not going to see it through that lens. And she was doing goofy shit just because she was mad. You can grow apart from somebody. Okay, it's natural that two people could grow apart no matter how long how many kids you get. You can grow apart from a person. She did not like that, and it was on.
Men
And
do
I
the
never
same
did
thing.
anything
They
to this
trap
woman.
women. Men do the same thing. Men do the
I'm not
same
arguing
thing.
that men don't, but your argument earlier was blaming it on men. So my point is
I never
women
blame
can
nothing
be
on men.
just okay. Okay.
Wow.
Go ahead, preacher. Go ahead.
I'm entitled to my I'm entitled to my opinion. That's what I'm
You
saying.
are.
You're
I think
entitled
you
to
live in
lie.
a
Go
different
ahead.
type of bubble.
I literally heard her blaming men
I
for
heard
these
it too.
situations. And so as a female myself, I can acknowledge that is a problem that women do. Equally
Yep.
culpable for a lot of these scenarios that end up in a court case or when their homes fall apart.
And we seen it. We seen a guy out there like, yo, I'm paying my, oh, get the fuck away from my house. Oh, don't you touch him. Don't you touch that baby. I'm like, don't you touch your own baby. What the fuck is wrong with this woman? It's in every race. That's not a one race thing, man. These women are crazy.
Well, look, I don't even
It,
know.
it does have a lot to do with race, because majority of the time Black
She's
women
just
don't do that.
obsessed with the racial
No, you're
thing,
just
right?
obsessed. You're
That's
just mad because
just
I'm
all
speaking
she's
about
going to
race.
do.
That's how I know
No,
you're a
I'm
racist.
just not in
I'm gonna keep it
Because
denial.
real.
you keep
No,
getting
I'm
mad
just not
because
in
I'm speaking
denial.
about race. Your
Because you're
animosity
making
to
Listen,
everything
me
about
is you're
race.
mad
And I think it's just
about me speaking
weird
about race.
that
No,
the
you're
only
weird.
language you can't seem to understand that women will date older men, but you
Yes, it
sure
is.
understand that the problem is only with white people. Like it's just
Yes, because
bonkers to me.
that's the majority. It's
Yeah,
not us
you
like
make no
that.
sense.
uh,
You
Yes,
make
no,
no
you're
sense.
entitled to your opinion.
Yeah, well, you're entitled to
All right,
yours.
so why you worrying about that then,
I'm not
Future?
worried about that.
So why you keep coming at
I'm
my
just
neck because I'm
countering
speaking
your
about different
nonsense.
races? It is
I'm not
about
going to
because you're
have you sit
lying.
here. I'm not going to have you sit here and just bash men and
girl.
act like they're
Bye.
all
Nobody's
predators
bashing men. You're
or they're
trying
all
to. You're
predators.
being
You
a
were
pick
literally
me, and you're
calling the
not.
man up in the box a predator
Being a
over
He
what
is
his
a
daughter's
predator. What are you
choices of
talking about?
25 years of age are.
Like,
That's
see, hold on,
bonkers.
hold on. See the part right there. Now I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. So we going with race. I always say there's nothing. People always say white woman tears, white woman tears, white woman tears, or dangerous to black men. Now I always say there's nothing more dangerous than a black woman tears to a black man, because
Yep.
black woman tears are happening way more frequent to black men. The fact that you lie and label this man a creepy ass label on him
That's
because
true. That is
because
true.
he wanted his daughter to have a better provider, consenting adults. And earlier, you didn't have an issue when I mentioned older women with younger men. You said you didn't have an issue with that.
Lie on me now, dance. I
No, no, no,
told
no,
you
no,
that.
no, 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 no,
Don't
no.
lie.
No, 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 no. You said that. You literally said, oh, what happened to my screen? What the fuck happened to my screen? Here you go. You said that. I mentioned older woman, younger male. You said, that's cool, they consenting adults. But then now
Now
suddenly,
you lying on me. Now you lying.
no, you
Now
said
you
that
lying.
earlier.
We all heard it when we were in the comments
I gave
before I
you, you
came
kept
Stop
up.
lying,
talking.
Future. You wasn't even on here.
Okay,
You
okay.
in
I
the
was in the
comments.
You're in
comments.
the
You in the comments
comments.
the whole time.
I mean, typing and
I
responding.
Dance, hold
literally
on,
gave
Dance.
you,
I agreed to that. Didn't I say that's only white women?
no, this is what I'm saying
No,
to
you're a
you.
liar. I'm bi. You're a liar. Now you're lying.
Bye. How about that? You ain't gonna leave. Get out of here, liar. Get out of here.
That,
Yo,
that's now. That's crazy because it's in her world. None of this happens. That's what make it weird, bro.
Well,
A
she's
world,
selective in what really happens.
no,
right?
what it is, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. A woman like her will get a fucking black man in trouble and hurt. Because what she's doing now, she's the fucking problem. Because I tried to avoid the race conversation. She kept bringing up race. And then said, I didn't bring up race. Yes, you did. And then you're trying to say, well, I gave an example of an older woman, a younger guy. She said, well, they're consenting. She
Yep.
said this. And now, when my bro up here is saying, listen, he would have his daughter date someone older because they got their shit together, 25, around 32, 35, something like that range. She calls him a creep, basically.
Well, she missed the part that she
A
asked
predator.
him if his
predator.
daughter brought home. So she had already made the choice. And she's calling him a predator. That's just bonkers to me.
Like that right there. First of all, you're not gonna come on panel and label no black man a predator. 'Cause I'm all white men a predator because they have a preference on who their daughter should date when it comes down to consenting adults of
Yeah,
age.
that's crazy. Yeah,
The
that's
fact that she
crazy.
did that
Well, I did call her out
is
on that.
dangerous. No, she's fucking dangerous, man. Because she told me earlier, Dance Matters, you should just change the conversation because it don't look good on you. But then you said some bullshit like that, that don't look good on you.
Yeah, that was weird.
Actually got me tight. I ain't even gonna hold you. Actually got me mad. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
No, I
There's a
just
lot.
think
She seemed triggered when another female came in here and countered her narrative. That's where
Yeah,
it
you're
really
supposed to be
started
part of the
going
half.
downhill.
You're supposed to be part of the half. You're not supposed to contradict her, no matter what she says. Y'all supposed to team up together and lie
I just
together.
don't know where she live in the world where she don't see younger women going at older men. That was weird for me because you
Again,
see
She
it's
it.
sees
it's a
it.
cliche for a
She
reason.
sees it.
Yeah,
She
that
sees
was
it. I'm telling you, man. Like she said, she came up here not to agree with anything. That's what
Yeah.
she said. She said
I
she
think
came
she
here
wanted to push the
specifically.
race card.
and now she's gonna go over and be like, these guys, well, they don't, the younger men, they predators. Yeah,
Whatever.
And
I
guess
just
what?
don't
whatever.
understand. You can't have it both ways, man. You can't be considered a woman at 25, but you can't make the choice on the person you love. It makes no sense. Now, if you pick somebody who's 30, 32, then that man's a predator. He's a predator because he wants to take care of you and start a family. That
And
makes
she
no
called
sense
you the
whatsoever.
predator because you'd be okay with your daughter at 25 years of age dating a man who was 35. She called you the predator. That's what I
You
was
know,
saying. It's bonkers that was her logic.
And then she called
there was no
you.
logic to it at all. That's the point. When you lie, logic doesn't take a foundation. She's just going to say whatever she can just to manipulate the conversation, move the goalposts, and try to somebody be like, well, you're right. And that's the problem with our community right now. No matter what facts or knowledge is out there, they will refuse to fit their agenda and keep our community spiraling down this dark hole.
Well,
Not
she
only
seems to
that,
also hold a different standard to women
she
than
also
to men.
said, no, she also said, pick me, the lady. Meanwhile, she claims she have a husband. So by her logic, she wanted to be picked by her husband. You can't make this shit up. It's too
Well,
easy.
why is she taking? She openly acknowledged that she would take money from men she's not interested in,
She said that. That was
Yeah,
just so
a
crazy.
which
prostitute.
was while she was taking a
Take me
dig at
out
me
to
for not
dinner.
being a
Take me
lady.
out.
It's
I
like,
don't
what
want
are
to be
you
with you
doing?
though, but take me out. And that's the mentality of the new age shit.
Maybe the only thing that loves her is her dog.
White
And then
dog.
she tried to lie and say she was married. No, you're not.
White dog.
No, you're
Okay,
not.
well,
You're
if
not.
she's
You're not married,
married, what
lady.
is she doing taking money from men she has no interest in? That makes it even
She,
worse.
she wasn't married. And that's my point. Like a lot of women with TikTok, and it's not even just the women. A lot